to the campus of Bishop Dwenger High School. We are here for a doubleheader, the Friday night doubleheader. I love the way the SAC has put this together. They got around the Title IX issues. The girls play first, the guys play second, and tonight our Saints are playing host to the Homestead Spartans. And Seth, Homestead's a pretty good ball club this year.
It is. I actually have a couple of friends at Homestead. They've had 7 wins this year with only 1 loss.
Yeah, the one loss was to Noblesville, a 4A school down there, and they got thumped down there by 21. Otherwise, they've beat some seriously good teams there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize any of those schools that they thumped so far?
Well, yes. Let's see here. Carmel, I'm surprised at that. Carmel's pretty good at everything. And
yeah, well, they're a huge school. They got 8 zillion kids to pick from.
I know. You know, they get to pick and choose what they have on their team, and yet they managed to beat them. Let's see here. Noblesville. Noblesville, of course, is a very good school, great school. Carroll. I have a couple of friends at Carroll as well. But yeah, all these are great schools.
Yeah, they've been averaging about, Homestead's averaging 60. Giving up 42, so that's a huge 22-point differential. The Lady Saints, not a bad start, 4-5 on the year. They lost their last 3, though, to Blackhawk, Columbia City. Columbia City's ranked, I think, 9th in the state in 4A. And then the ladies from Northrop, they had a good game because they won by 23. So Coach W and crew want to right the ship tonight, but they've got their hands very full with the ladies from Homestead.
You got that right. I can see some of those ladies down there now. They look very determined, but I'm pretty sure our Lady Saints are going to pull right through.
Well, you never know. I watched the game last night between Purdue and Rutgers.
Oh.
Rutgers had no business in that game. They ended up beating Purdue on a last-second 55-footer from Ron Harper Jr. It was really a Euro step traveling call, but they let it go in the heat of the moment, and they ended up beating them on a long bomb 3-pointer. So there's some stats for the game I think you've got in hand. What does the old John Harrell website tell us?
Well, let's take a look here. For Homestead, their head coach, Rod Parker, this is his 21st year at Homestead.
Good heavens.
He's paired with Steve Wiktorowski.
We call him Coach W. I can't pronounce
Coach
it either.
W, yes, that is a bit hard name to pronounce. And this is his 3rd year at Bishop Dwenger. For Saragan ratings, it looks like Homestead is 6th place, whereas Bishop Dwenger is only 133rd place.
And both of those are 4A schools, I believe.
Yes, they are.
No, I think Dwenger.
No, wait, actually, Dwenger is 3A.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Last outing, Homestead defeated South Bend, Washington, 65-52, whereas Bishop Dwenger lost to the Fort Wayne Northrop, 73-50.
And we don't talk about predictors because predictors are about as crazy.
No, we don't.
It doesn't look good tonight for our Saints here from Bishop Dwenger High School.
No.
But stranger things have happened, and that's why they play the games every week. Now, we've got a couple starting lineups, but we're going to hold off on that because I haven't heard the public address announcer say anything quite yet. We usually end up having lineups and the national anthem, so we're going to kind of hang tight with that. Down the road, we got the Lady Saints have Huntington North here next Wednesday, I believe it is, the 15th. They're at Huntington North. Then they go on Friday night, a week from tonight, they go play Concordia. And Concordia's having a little bit of a down year. They got a new coach over there, and they're trying to get their footing. And then they got Garrett, and then a big break for Christmas time until January 7th. And then Carroll comes in to the den here at Bishop Dwenger High School. So we're going to hang tight in this. Public address announcer should be alive here in about 6 or 7 seconds, and we'll go to him for just a minute or two.
And there's the buzzer.
Welcome to Bishop Dwenger. Would you please stand for a prayer followed by the national anthem? As a Catholic school, we value the need for good sportsmanship and remind everyone that high school athletics is an educational event. Coaches, athletes, and fans are encouraged to cheer in a positive manner for their team, show respect for their opponents, and honor the decisions made by the officials. Please help us to keep sportsmanship as a priority in this contest as we offer this event in prayer together. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. God our Father, you have created us to strive for the best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event and in all that we do for the glory of God. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm, and finally, we pray for your grace, that you would provide us with the endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
And the starting lineups should be next up on the agenda. And Seth, I'm going to let you do your hometown.
Well, here we have for the Bishop Dweiner Lady Saints, player number 4 is Mackenzie Suckle. She is a senior and she is 5'7". And next up we have number 11, Lexi Linder. She is also a senior and she is 5'6". Next up is number 13, Vanessa Cook. She is a junior and she is 5'11". Next up we have number 22, Maddie Schenkel. She is also a junior, and she is 5'6". And lastly, we have number 40, Giselle Ecke. She is a sophomore, and she is 6'2". She's taller than I am.
Well, good, because you need somebody in the middle because the Lady Homestead Spartans, where'd my list go? I lost my list of the Spartan starters. Aha, flipped it on the other side. Mackenzie Rust. And you probably heard her name in the background here as the starters were getting introduced by the public address announcer. She is a sophomore. She's a 5'9" guard. Molly Strock should be wearing number 20 tonight. She's a junior, also guard at 5'8". They run a 3-guard offense a lot of times here at Homestead. Hailey Stevens, she is a junior. She's tall for a guard at 5'11". Also will play a swing player and go to the forward side. Maggie Kinsley is the 4th starter for the Homestead Lady Spartans. She stands 5'10", and then the lady that everybody likes to come down to see, Ariana Patterson, the daughter of Andre Patterson, who used to play at Indiana University. She is on the way to UConn. So when they come a-calling, you know, and company out there, you know you got a player in her hand. She's 6'3", and I can recall when she was in 7th grade, people were all trying to recruit her even back then. It's crazy. But that's the way that all works out. When you find a player that's really, really good, they are wanting to get him to go to their school. So the Homestead Spartans, the Lady Saints of Bishop Dwenger, set to tip it off. And let's see who is it. Ecke and Patterson going to tip it off at center court as referees making sure everybody's where everybody belongs. Whistle blows, tip, and Patterson controls the tip. Homestead throws it to the right side, gets it down on the low blocks really quick to Patterson, up and in, and Ecke's going to get called for a body foul. They went right at her, Seth, right away. And they're going to see just how quickly they can get the low post established as Patterson steps up to the free throw line. Took a grand total of 7 seconds.
And swish.
3-0. Lexi Linder quickly gets the ball up forward to Sokol. Sokol thinks about a 3, changes her mind, throws it to the top of the key, drive inside the lane. Oh boy, ran into a bunch of people, and she also shuffled the feet at the same time. Maddie Schenkel with the unfortunate turnover. Homestead back on the attack. Molly Strock handles the basketball, swing it over to the left side to Stevens. Stevens dumps it this time. Patterson on the opposite side of the lane. She puts it up. No good. Defense good by Ecke that time. Ball tipped out of bounds, and the Saints are going to retain possession. Lexi Linder and Vanessa Cook going to bring that basketball up for the Saints. Right over the center line. Bouncing to the right wing. Sokol gives it back up to Schenkel. Schenkel top of the key. A couple dribbles, looking around for somebody to move. The offense isn't going anywhere. They're all standing around. You got to do something, ladies. There we go. Ecke coming to the top of the key. Swing it over to the right side. Loose pass. Had to run it loose. Give it to Linder. Linder can shoot the three. She gets inside, throws up a kind of a prayer underneath. And no good. Long rebound, easily handled by the Spartans. And guess where they're going to the basketball, Seth? Down inside. Oh, kick it out top of the key.
And it goes in, and it goes in.
And we got to call the bank. Straight away bank. Give it to Emma Rust. It is 6-0 with 6:45 here in period number 1. Sokol with the basketball, throws it over to Linder. Linder can match them for threes. I saw her drain 11 threes as a freshman a couple of years ago, so she can shoot once she gets an opening. They try to drive, ball stripped, still on the floor, a little bit of a battle for it, and Homestead comes onto the pack with it. Molly Strock gets it forward in the corner, fakes a three. Kinsley swings it around the shell, back to Rust to the left wing. Patterson, top of the key, swings it over to the right wing. Trying to get it out on the low blocks, nobody's there. They threw it. Patterson looked at it, let it go by, and Rust happened to pick it up. Now Patterson down the left block, kicks it right back out. That's a Strock. She misses it. Linder with the
bounces right off the rim.
Linder tries to throw in front of everybody. Good idea, but not handled. Tipped out of bounds by Vanessa Cook. It was tipped, 3 times on the way through for Seth?
These girls play very quick. I mean, I blinked for a second. They were on one side of the court, and when I thought they were on the other side.
Well, I'll tell you, when people make fun of girls basketball, I tell them you need to get in here and A, watch, and B, I bet you they could whip you most of the time. Patterson. Ball with the left wing, throw it to the top of the key, swing it out to the right side. Linder on the defense. They got Patterson cut through the lane. She puts it up, and no bucket. But the foul is going to be on Ecke, I believe. Gazelle's second foul of the ball game. And that does not bode well. Coach W is looking down the bench saying, who goes in?
She takes a shot, and it goes in. Looks like she's taking another shot.
Yeah, Patterson looked
Dribbles
pretty
the ball.
comfortable.
And swish.
So, 8-0. Saints need to get that goose egg off the board. It's 5:40, period number 1 here at Bishop Dwenger High School. Trying to drive the left side of the lane. It's just plugged up with a lot of Spartans as they're collapsing well. 3 on the way from the left wing. Bang, count it. Sokol with the first bucket of the ball game for the Saints. Basketball back into the offensive end of the floor rather quickly. Stevens flips it over the top of the key. They give it back to Stevens. He's going to drive the baseline. Cut off nicely by the defense. You get it out to Patterson. Patterson slings it out to Rust. Rust drives, dumps it off, and easy bucket from the right side. Credit Megan Kinsley for that bucket. Another quick 3 on the right side. Oh, I thought it did everything to go in. Sokol's feeling her oats out there. Long rebound comes down to Homestead. They've double teamed down Patterson, so she kicks it back out. A wide open 3 from the top of the key, and bang, counter for Homestead. Timeout on the floor.
And our score is right now 13-3 with Spartans in the lead.
And the referee's looking around going, is this going to be a 30-second or a full timeout? It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we got a 30-second break. Well, the producer says yes, so we'll be right back.
Evans Toyota is locally owned and proudly supports Bishop Dwenger. Let's go!
And Seth, we're back. Perfect timing. The ball comes flying in. And the Saints have the basketball. Then they're going to bring it up over the timeline. Slowly greeted, really right on top of the defensive side of the ball by Strock. Playing it to the left side to Taylor Aisley, I believe that's pronounced. I'm going to need your help with that one.
Uh-huh.
This young lady right there. Aisler, okay. Well, and Ecky's still in the lineup with 2 fouls early, I'm surprised. 3 on the way from Sokol again. Oh, rims out, no good. A rebound, fought for. Homestead comes away with it. Strock flings it forward. Stevens thinks about it, dumps it down to Patterson, and double and triple team at Patterson now. Good defensive move. Got to keep Giselle from picking up her 3rd foul, probably through the whole first half. And they dump it down to her again. Linder comes around and double team, slaps it away from her, but it's going to be Homestead's ball. Lexi Linder, a nice defensive move that time, Seth. Sneaking in the back door. Homestead having a little trouble getting it in. Gets it in deep, fakes the 3, they fling it over. Oh, nice defense. Emma Russ tried to go to the bucket, and Gazelle said, no, get that out of here.
Just slapped the ball right out of her hand.
Now, could you get it past her?
Oh, no.
Okay, good. I mean, I'm glad she can do it, is what I mean. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound tipped around, fought for, bounced back into Patterson. She just uses her athleticism, goes inside, shot missed, got her own rebound, puts it back up and in.
Lexi has the ball again, and she's going across the court, taking a look around.
Yeah, she almost didn't have anybody to dump it off to. Ends up giving it to Sokol. Sokol throws it to the top of the key to Cook. Cook left wing, and back it over to Lexi. She backs it out of the 3-point line. And they go back to the top of the key. Cook, greeted by the defense, lost it, picked it back up, spun the wrong way, or she could have had a path to the basket. She ends up throwing it to Patterson. And then going to stop Patterson? No, but she stopped herself. Missed her second shot, got her own rebound. Ball's on the floor. Homestead. Oh, and Ecky with their 3rd foul of the ball game. And she looked like a pretty clean block, Seth. What do you think?
I got to say, Patterson, she threw the ball up towards the rim 2 times, and each time it was blocked by the rim. I'm surprised.
Well, I'm thankful. We got a rim that's, it's home cooking. Maybe the rim's playing defense.
But I was not expecting that. Patterson has scored most of the points so far.
16-3 is your score. As the first free throw goes through, a couple of bodies changing in the lineup. And of course, inevitably, they always flip a number in there that's not on the score sheet for me, so we'll catch up with that. See, and this is where you come in really handy, Seth, because I don't know 34, and we don't have a 34. So you have to recognize her by facial recognition software or your 2 eyeballs.
Let's see your number 34. Kind of hard to see from here. I'm pretty sure I have her in my math class, but you know what?
Shot top of the key. Taylor, the sophomore, the 5'9" sophomore, came in off the bench, drains a 3 and closes the gap to 11, 17-6. Saints down by a little bit here early. Patterson flips it over to the left side to Sid Freem, who checked in the lineup the last break. And Linder swipes the basketball, gets it out in front of everybody. Sokol caught up from behind by Emma Rust, and she slapped it out of bounds. Sokol had a free path to the basket, but the defense from Homestead hustled back.
I can't recognize her now, but I'm sure if I start thinking about trigonometry, her name's going to come straight to me.
As soon as the game's over, it'll come to you, and you know what? We'll take it when you come up with it. Or you can write it down, and then we'll all remember it. Linder with a basketball, swings it to the right side. Mystery player number 34. She had a dribble, didn't take it, bounced past the Sokol. Sokol dumps it down inside, and Cook tries to put it up, and she is fouled, and that'll get her a trip to the free throw line, and I believe this will be the first free throws shot by the Lady Saints. 2 shots on the play. 2:05 on the clock, 17-6 your score.
Dribbling the ball. Takes the shot, and it bounces off the back of the rim.
The heel of the iron was not kind.
Takes the shot, and it goes right in. Swoosh.
So we're down to a 10-point lead for the Homestead Spartans. Bring it over the timeline. Throw it to the right side. Oh, most of the travel. They got it down inside to Patterson. Defense jumped. She didn't. Nice patience that time. And she got an easy bucket from the right side. Linder kicks it out. Linder gets it back. Oh, thought about a 3. Changed mind and get it down inside the Mystery place. You know what? She's not afraid of Patterson. She got it there and growled at her. Took it away, put it up, missed the shot. Rebound Saints. They kick it right back out. Sokol going to reset the offense. Bounce it to mystery player. Over to Cook. Cook just to the left side of the top of the key. Over to Sokol. Sokol works her way inside. Oh, and the Homestead Spartan defense. Did you see that? She went away. Left her a nice Moses-type lane to roll right in there. 19-9 your score. Well, a surprise three. Well, that went in. No surprise there. Sid Freeman,
Lexi Linder has the ball again, taken across the court. Passes it to Trigonometry Girl.
we're going to call it Trig for now. Patterson picks up the loose ball, dumps it off in behind her. Frame puts it up, no good. Rebound Homestead. And they're going to reset the offense, get it out to the top of the key, throws it over to the right wing, then they dump it inside to Patterson. Here comes the defense. There goes the defense. She kicks it back outside. Little inside-out game. Trigg with a rebound. Over to Linder. Linder's looking for somebody. She got Cook running the baseline, but way too many yellow jerseys to try that pass. Smart basketball decision on her part. Sling it over to the right side. Sokol with the ball. Pop. Flips it over to Taylor. Taylor gives it back to Linder. Linder back to and she's going to jack up a three from downtown. Had the distance, but the wind must have been blowing Seth, because that was wide right. Did not get anything. 16 seconds left in period number one. 22-9 your score. So I'm sure Homestead will be patient for the last shot. A little bit of 3-2 zone set up by the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Brings it over the timeline, no particular hurry. 6 seconds left. Changes hands, goes to the toe, kicks it out, swings it around, top of the key. Nope, another bounce pass. I don't know if she got that off in time. Didn't go in anyway.
Yeah.
So at the end of one, Seth, what do we got for a score?
Well, it looks like the Spartans are in the lead, 22-9.
And we'll take a quick break, and you're listening to Bishop Dwenger Saints Lady Basketball.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Can First Source help me get more space?
We can help with that.
Does First Source have banking that can keep up with me?
This is open around the clock.
Business is booming. Can you help me expand?
No problem.
Can First Source help me turn this into my own business?
We're here for you. No matter what kind of banking you need, First Source Bank can help.
And the Saints have the basketball. First possession of the second quarter. Get it down inside to Cook. She puts it up, missed it, fought for the rebound. And Trigonometry was on the floor, and she was laying on the baseline when she got her hand on the ball, and that blew a whistle, and Homestead gets it back.
That was an interesting break we had. Patterson, Homestead's team key player, has been put on the bench by her coach.
Well, it's a matter of rest more than anything, I would think. Easy layup missed by Homestead. The Saints get the rebound. The Saints playing with a little bit more moxie now that the big gun is out of there. Schenkel with a basketball. Kicks it over the left side to Trigonometry. Triggs bumped twice, lost the ball, let it go. Cook went and recovered it. Saints retain possession. Linder, top of the key. Flings it over to the left side to Schenkel. Schenkel drives. Whistle stops play. And we'll see what the Zebras have to say about this one. They're going to call the foul on Homestead's Molly Stock. That's Homestead's second foul of the ball game.
You know, I had an interesting realization during the break. Our Bishop Dwenger coaches are sitting here in sweaters and khakis, whereas the Homestead coaches are sitting there in suits and ties. So I'm asking myself, did the Bishop Dwenger coaches dress down, or did the Homestead coaches dress up?
I think it's a matter of decorum depending on your school. A little bit of a personal choice. Homestead called for the foul on the rebound. Big a shove, and boy, that didn't take long. 52-second break, and here comes Patterson right back into the lineup. He can spell Sid Freem. So I don't know what what the Saints have done to scare Coach Parker, but he puts his big gun right back in there. Hey, easy bucket. Inbound pass and catch and shoot by Lexi Linder. 22-11. The Saints down by double digits. Basketball top of the key. Thought about loading it up, changed their mind. They're going to get it down inside. A little bit too high over the tip. Patterson Athletics gets it back, kicks it out for a three. No good. Rebound hard off the iron. Goes all the way to the corner. Homestead runs it down. They get it down inside to Patterson quick. Oh, and a nice pocket pass. And an easy bucket from the left side. Credit Kinsley for the bucket. 24-11. Homestead's picked up their man-to-man defense. They got a little bit tighter on things. Gadamonsky in the lineup for the Saints. Gives it over to Cook, who finds Linder. Linder, a long bounce pass over to Gadamonsky. She's thinking about the baseline, changes the mind, swings it back to Linder. And Gadamonsky zigged when the ball went to zag. And they threw it out of bounds with really no real resistance.
And Homestead has the ball, and they're taking across the court.
Over the timeline, Strock and the other guard on the right side playing a little pitch and catch. Gets to Patterson. Now they swing it over the other side of the floor. Over the top to Patterson and up and in, and the hoop and the harm. Has a nice dime there by Maggie Kinsley.
Takes them up 2 points. Score is now 26-11.
And changing the lineup extra long buzzer to make sure we got it. Sokol back in the lineup. She's going to spell Vanessa Cook for Coach W and crew. 14 fouls on the Saints, only 3 for Homestead. A fairly clean first half so far. 5:51 on the clock. Free throw is good. 27-11 Homestead. Linder over the timeline. Goes to her left hand, looks for a little bit of help. Changes her mind, goes to the right hand. Dumps it over to Gadomski. Over to Trigg, and Trigg is tied up. She turned and the defense was right there. Maggie nicely just grabbed the basketball, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow goes the way of Homestead. I see that Taylor's back at the scoring table. She'll check into the lineup at the next break in the action. Patterson with the basketball for Homestead. She hands it off. Gets it over to the left side a little bit. They're going to try and drive the lane. No, nice job cutting the defense off a 2-3 zone implored by the Bishop Dwenger Saints. And somebody just got in there and split the zone. That was nicely. Missed it by a mile. Trigonometry gets the rebound. Cross-court pass just missed Patterson's head. Did you see that? She was looking the other way. It could have beamed her right in the melon.
Brushed the top of her hair.
It sure did. 3 on the way from the top of the key. Just missed by Schenkel. Rebound Patterson. She dumps it off on the left corner. 3 on the way from that corner. Way too long. That basketball did not get out of bounds. Good hustle by the Homestead Spartans. They give it to Patterson's free throw line. They kick it around just a little bit. And the Stevens going to go inside. Whistle stops playing. The defense collapsed on Stevens trying to go the right side of the lane. And they didn't catch who the foul was on, Seth.
Nah, neither did I. Looks like it's on Trigg. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's only her first of the ball game and only the 5th for the Saints. 2-shot foul.
Takes a shot. Oh, and it bounces off the rim.
Hard off the back of the rim. Couple of changes in the lineup again for Bishop Dwenger. Cassidy Court checks in, I believe. Taylor turns so we can see, that's Sokol, not Court. Second free throw is good. We'll get you the other sub here as soon as we can get her to turn so we can see her number on her uniform a little bit better. Double teamed at the timeline, a little bit of a problem. Timeout by Coach W, saving a possession. Good timeout, good coaching move by the Bishop Dwenger Saints coaching staff.
Excellent timing. Lexi Linder was surrounded on all sides.
Yeah, and when you get over the timeline, that's a pretty common double team that people want to do, because the timeline becomes a third defender, and you're in trouble if you have no release valve there. So far, Seth, give me a little analysis of the game. What do you think so far?
Well, Spartans is in the lead with 28-11. Got to say that Patterson over there is taking a bringing her team to victory. Lexi is doing great. I've seen her be great on both offense and defense. Her eyes are really searching the court, looking for places to move, looking for weaknesses in the team. But it does not seem to be paying off at the moment. However, the game is not over yet. Something could happen.
And the Homestead Spartans are a highly ranked basketball team. Linda's on her 3rd year as varsity level. She is a senior this year, so she's, I'm sure, called upon for senior leadership. The ball at the top of the key to Taylor. Taylor flips to the left side, gives it up to Schenkel. Schenkel tries to drive. Got collapsed on by 3 defenders. Threw it right to Patterson. Patterson just rolls down the floor, coast to coast, easy bucket. 30-11 Homestead. 4:06 on the clock. 2nd period action here at Bishop Winger High School. And Homestead has decided to press, which 3 on the way, which is one way to break that, but that. Oh, I shouldn't be so opinionated, but when you're up 19, you're dominating the ball game. I'm surprised you need to go to a full court press.
I'm actually in the marching band, and while I was in the marching band, met this girl. She played clarinet, but she was 6'5", and she told me that when she first came to Bishop Dwayne, all the female coaches were telling her to play basketball, but she was more interested in band. I don't know what she does now, though.
Maggie Nicely with a bucket. Homestead steals the basketball. Patterson tries to dunk, didn't get high, and they're going to call a technical foul because she hung on the rim. So she got the steal on one end of the floor, tried to get up there and jam one home, didn't get the job done. You know what? Both sides of the floor are giving her a round of applause for giving it an attempt.
Gotta say, even though she is getting a foul, that was very impressive.
The rest of the girls, the technical fouls are not called very often, Seth, in girls' games, so the girls didn't really know what to do. Everybody gets on the one end of the court, and your selected foul shooter stays at the other end. Lexi puts it up and misses it.
Oh, that's a shame.
She'll get another one, and then they'll get possession of the basketball. So, and I'll tell you that I don't think I've seen a high school girl dunk since Candace Parker down in Tennessee, and that was, oh my gosh, many years ago. Plays in the WNBA now. And I'm not so sure she wasn't the first collegiate to dunk a basketball. I'd have to do a little bit of research. Didn't realize that would come into play today.
No.
Linder with the basketball. Flips to the right side to Sokol. 3 on the way. Nope, no good. High, long rebound. Patterson comes up with it. She's going to try to go coast to coast. Nope, she kicks it to the left corner. 3 on the way there. Hits the front of the iron, no good. And a push underneath by Homestead. I'm going to give Taylor big old shove, got her out of the way, but the referee is standing right there, called the foul. 5 fouls each for both the Saints and the Spartans. 32-12. Spartans up by 20 here in the 2nd quarter. Linder, bounce pass over the left side court. Court swings it around. Linder looks about to go to the baseline. Didn't have any room down there. Thinking about getting it to Cook. Patterson just got in her way, and she didn't get it to Cook, but Cook mishandled it, and it bounced out of bounds. Just inside of 3 minutes here. And we'll see if Homestead wants to burn a little bit of clock or if they want to try and get another quick bucket in their normal offense. Basketball right side to get it down to Patterson down low. They're going to Cook tried to defend her, missed the first one, got her own rebound and put it up and in. And I hear a whistle stopping play. Oh, the referee's picking up a debris off the floor. I don't know if it's a piece of jewelry or tape or what it is. Patterson's going to have a seat for the next few minutes. Well, I'm sure they won't bring her back for the last 2 minutes. Hillary Adams checks in for Homestead. Throw to the left high post to Cook. Cook rolls and gets inside, puts it up, shot blocked, and taken away by the defense. And the referee of all people gets in the way, stolen right back by Sokol. Sokol had a path to the basket, but the ref didn't expect that play. He was in the road. They give him to Linder. Linder throws up a 3. No good. Rebound Homestead. They're going to come down the left side of the floor. Evie Bottoms, who's checked into the lineup for Homestead, gets it over the top of the key. Back over to Rush. Rush gets it down inside to kick it back to the top again. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound tipped in. Grabbed by Vanessa Cook. Linder over the timeline. Top of the key, kicks to the right side. 3 on the way, had a funny spin on it. Long rebound, gives it to Court. Court tries to put it up. She's blocked, and the ball's taken away. We're going the other way with 1:42. Quickly down the sideline, they get it, dump it down inside. Oh my gosh, Seth, did you see that?
I did.
Heave and a hoe. Cook just gave the offensive player, I believe that was Freem, a great big shove, and the referee didn't see it. But Homestead still has the basketball because it didn't flip out of bounds. But yeah, one less foul, that's okay. Nice head fake, gets the ball down inside. Freem turns, blocked. Nice job by Cook. Here comes Linder. The defense is absolutely quick on their feet going backwards. Linder puts it up and anyway.
Bounces off the backboard into the rim.
And a timeout on the floor with 1:17 to go. Our score, 34-14. They're going to take a 30-second break, and we will too. We'll be right back.
You see them everywhere. That Preferred Auto bumper sticker. All makes and models. You ever wonder why? It's simple. We've worked hard over the last 30-plus years to earn your trust.
And with all the unknowns right now in the auto industry, we're still confident in one thing. With over $6 million in inventory, I'm sure we have the perfect vehicle for you.
So stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see what sets us apart from the rest.
Preferred Auto.
And we're back, Seth. 34-14, your score with 1:17 on the clock at Homestead. Going to bring the ball up, and I'm going to turn you loose. Do a little play-by-play here at the end of the second quarter.
Well, we got number 14, sends it to number 4. Back to number 14, sends it to number 24. Then we have it over to number 40. Goes back to number 24. Sends it back over to number 14. I'm sorry, folks, but I don't have a sheet in front of me. 40 sends it in, and it goes in. 37-14.
Yeah, just tell them where the ball is.
Okay. And number 4 sends in the hoop, but it does not go in. Homestead has the ball going down the court. Number 24 has the ball, sends it over to number 4. 14 has the ball, sends it over. Ooh, and it bounces off the back of the rim. 24 tries again, and it goes over to number 30. Number 4 has the ball, taken across the court, dribbling. Sends it over to number 3. Number 3 sends it over. Oh, but it does not go in. Homestead has the ball. Taken across the court, number 14 has the ball. Sends it over to number 24. 40 has the ball. Throws, but it does not go in. Number 13 catches the ball, sends it over to Lexi Linder. Linder takes it across.
Well, we got about 6 seconds to do
Oh,
something
but Linder drops the ball, sends it over to number 4. Throws, but it does not go in. 3 throws the ball, but it does not go in. And we are out of time, 37-14.
Cassidy Court with that nice rebound at the end, but she was a little bit too deep under the basket. And she fired it up, and it comes fired right back to her. Said, hello, young lady. So we're at halftime, 37-14 your score. And we'll take a little break, and we'll be back. You're listening to and watching. You can tell them a radio guy, right? Mm-hmm. Bishop Dwenger ladies basketball here, Bishop Dwenger High School.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
St. Anne Communities is a senior living community including a rehabilitation center, memory and dementia care, assisted and residential living, as well as a nursing facility that served the community for over 54 years. While offering a Christ-centered environment that is the only place in Fort Wayne that offers daily Mass and sacraments. For more information on employment, senior living, or to make a gift to support the first floor renovation campaign, please visit us at our website or give us a call.
Hi, sports fan. Sean McBride here, inviting you to try the Barbershop experience. St. Joe Center Barbershop, located at the corner of St. Joe Center and Maplecrest, prides itself on professionalism, cleanliness, and a family-friendly atmosphere. In their third generation of family ownership, they have a combined experience of over 125 years. Give them a call at 485-6981. It's my barbershop of choice. That's St. Joe Center Barbershop at 485-6981.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Bob Lovell. This is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. We call it the Commissioner's Corner. And Commissioner, as we sit here, beautiful sunny day in Indiana, a little brisk, but still great to be a Hoosier. We're about 7 weeks away from playing winter sports championships. We've got, wrestling on the 29th of January, swimming on the 3rd of February, girls basketball on the 1st of February. It's when those tournaments begin. Having said that, I can't believe what I just said.
Isn't that amazing? We just wrapped up a great fall season here. Had a little turkey, played a little football, and then we turned right around and teams they've been going at it for several weeks now. And, now they're looking at they're starting the tune-up time. They're starting to make sure that they get things right with their team and, getting in that tip-top shape, and they're ready to get into this tournament season in 7 short weeks for some folks.
I can tell you, last weekend on Indiana Sports Talk, if everyone understands, I feel like I have the single best job in sports. I have the opportunity to talk about high school and college sports. But, Paul, most of the people I talked to, especially on the media side, all commented after games last weekend about the crowds and the size of the crowds. And I think we talked about Thanksgiving and being grateful for things. And I truly think people, kids, moms, dads, fans, grandmothers, everybody's thankful to be able to go watch games right now.
They are. And, it's, again, and people have, and we've talked about this a lot, but I think it's always something that we have to celebrate is people missed high school sports and being able to get back out. I was with some officials this last weekend in Northeast Indiana talking to them about, just their experiences this year. And they were just excited about being in the gym. They loved the atmosphere, the noise of the game. And a couple of them even remarked that coach that was barking at them on the sideline wasn't quite as loud this year. That noise was drowned out a little bit.
Well, it's just, I think it's amazing the resiliency that the kids have. They played hard all year long, crowd, no crowd. They're gonna hoop. They're just gonna do what they do, which is great. It's great to be a kid. But, you and I have talked about this before. We're fortunate. Most of the games we have scheduled have been played. And we have some occasional situations with COVID, but for the most part, games that are scheduled end up getting played.
They do, and that's just a tribute back to our schools. They do a phenomenal job of educating their kids, educating their communities, and people know what they need to do to be safe, and that's what folks are doing, and they just continue to play. And, you know, it's just such a great thing because every time a student athlete steps on a floor, steps in a practice gym, or swims in a pool, they're with great mentors. People are teaching them about life in addition to learning how to swim or wrestle. And, you know, it's a growth period for all of us. We had it when we were in high school, and these kids need to experience that same time in life to develop them into great community contributors in the future.
He's Paul Neidig. He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. And Paul, as I mentioned, 7 weeks away from tournaments. You and the staff are already feverishly starting to make plans and get venues ready and start to work on things. Before we know it, we'll have the pairing shows for those sports. And the other thing we always remind people, get out. People's $5 admission tickets to games are what helps fund these endeavors for high school kids all around our state.
That's exactly right. That ticket money counts. Most of our schools, when it comes to uniforms and travel and equipment for the game, those are all covered by the gate receipts. They're not receiving tax dollars to cover those incidentals that are around the participation. And schools went through a period of time that financially it was tough for them last year, and they appreciate every time somebody comes in and pays their $5 to watch a game. It goes back to the kids directly and allows them to play.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
And welcome back, everybody. It's halftime, and it's almost over here at Bishop Dwingers High School. The Lady Saints having a rough go of it, but, you know, everybody in this city has a rough go of it with the Homestead Spartans. 37-14 your score, and Anaya Patterson is definitely the star of the show here so far tonight. No real good answer for her down low. And our color guy, our young man, you know, these teenagers they get a little bit hungry, and, man, I got to go fetch up a pizza and a Coca-Cola. We almost had Greg Jones on the line here, but Seth has made it back here. And did you bring me anything to eat?
If you want my pretzel, you can have it.
Oh, jeez. A pretzel?
Yeah.
You must be a teenager.
I didn't even get cheese, I know.
I was looking for prime rib or something.
Prime rib, if only.
Oh, well, anyway, we got 8 minutes on the clock. Saints going to get the basketball first time. First possession of the ball game. Cook going to trigger it in. She gets Sokol. Sokol's going to run the point here, at least to start with. Hands it over to Schenkel, who finds a Linder and gets back onto the top of the key to Sokol. Sokol's got Cook. Cook changes directions twice. Defense didn't fool them at all. They lost control of it. Ball's picked right back up by Schenkel. Schenkel fires it over to Sokol to Linder. Linder high, right wing. Bounce past Kazeki. They got Patterson out of the middle there. Now's the time to drive if you're going to do it. And they do, but comes up way short. Easy rebound for Homestead. They get the basketball forward, caught it right in the bread basket, recovered, got it inside, quick pocket pass to Patterson. She's too far underneath the iron, comes back right in her hand, back up and in. 39-14.
Lexi Linder has the ball. She's looking around, searching for a hope, and there she has it, sends it over to number 4. Number 4 has the ball, sends it over to Mary Cook, and Mary Cook drops the ball.
Stripped out of her hands. I think they're going to call a foul on that one, Seth. With 1 minute in here, and yeah, they do. They call the foul on Maggie Kingsley. That's the way they pronounce that. Her first foul of the ball game. Ecke gets the ball down inside, but too many yellow jerseys. Nice pocket pass. Shot, no good. Rebound, Patterson. Patterson forward. Back to Patterson, right toe. Shot up and in. 15-footer, good. Give Emma Rust credit for the dime on that one. Easy assist for her. And over the timeline, Sokol. Sokol finds a Linder. Linder high, right wing. Over the top of the key. Brings it back, gets it inside. Nice drive, shot, everything but a finish. Schenkel put it up, no good. Rebound, Homestead. They're off and running. Quick shot by Rust, no good. Ecke with a rebound. They get it forward to Schenkel. Schenkel to Linder. Linder throws up a three. Bang.
And it goes straight into the rim. Swish. Straight into the net, sorry.
41-17. Three answer on the way the other. Oh my, that was a range finder. She threw that over everything. Touched absolutely nothing. The ball flew out of bounds. It'll be Saints basketball.
And the scores right now, 41-17 in the, what is this, the third period?
Third period, 6 minutes even. They tried to get it down inside to Ecke. She had inside position on Patterson. Overthrew her. Homestead ends up with the basketball. They sling it down the floor really, really quick. Strock throws it to the top of the key. No good.
It heads off the back of the rim.
Rebound ends up with Stevens in her hand. And nice steal by Linder. Linder protects the basketball as Homestead's trying to sneak in from behind. And it is absolutely stolen on the pass. We're going to go the other way.
Patterson with the ball, sends it in, but it goes past the net. But, however, goes right back in.
Patterson with another easy bucket down low. Rust with a steal, and she went all the way inside. Quick pocket pass. And Patterson doing her thing. She's going to get some big numbers tonight. We'll see if we can get some points, stats later in the ball game. Three on the way. This one's from Schenkel. Schenkel puts it up and in. So 43-20, and I think Coach W said, let's get the offense rolling a little bit here. Let's be more aggressive with the basketball. Get yourself an opening and shoot it. Don't try to be too perfect. Just get it up there. Three on the way. No good. Nicely for Homestead. Come up way short. Even. Easy bucket or rebound. Excuse me, for Schenkel. Schenkel drop pass over Sokol. Sokol to Cook. Cook left wing. Thinking about going to the top of the key. Nope, goes the other way. We got Ecke with the basketball. They're swinging it around to the right side. They got somebody dumped in the corner. And Linder drives, and she is fouled on the way in. Excuse me, that was not Linder. That was Sokol on the drive. So the second foul of the half goes to the Homestead Spartans.
Foul is on number 4, Roche.
Roche guilty of the personal foul. That's her first of the ball game. The Saints take the basketball out of bounds. Cook, bounce pass to Linder. Linder gets the ball slapped away. She grabs it right away. Out to Sokol. Back to Linder. Linder can make it from the popcorn stand. You got to just get a little bit of an opening. Over to Cook. Cook guarded really close. And Homestead got caught on a reach-in. That's the third foul for Homestead. Maggie Nicely guilty of that personal. We'll see what the big board says. I think that's her second of the ball game, Seth.
Mm-hmm.
And the Saints must have them a little rattled because Homestead just took a timeout. We'll watch the referees, see what they say. A full timeout, so let's take at least a 30-second break here. You're listening to Bishop Dwenger Basketball.
Tippmann Group is a family-owned business that's proud to call Fort Wayne home. We build cold storage facilities all around the United States, run one of the largest cold storage companies in the nation, and lease office space in Fort Wayne, like inside the Lincoln Tower.
Hi, I'm John Tippmann, president of Tippmann Group, and our family has been part of the Bishop Dwenger family for many years. We are a proud supporter of Dwenger Athletics. Go Saints.
And we're back. We got a full timeout here, but I got to ask Seth an important question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get Trigonometry's name when you were out getting the pretzel?
I did not.
Oh, you're fired, man. Come on. I was really hoping you'd maybe the memory trig.
I want to say
would
Anna.
Trig in? Very good. Trig in?
I want to say Anna or Mary. What? Gotta be Anna or Mary.
I like Trig myself. Because I can remember it so far.
We just need to make up nicknames for all the players.
Which girl are we trying to figure out?
Number 34. So, enough with the frivolous. We're going to go back to basketball, and the Saints will have the basketball underneath their own basket. Can't go anywhere, so she's got to stay stationary. Triggers it in to Linder. Linder guarded by Patterson. That's a strange matchup. Flip it over the right side to Sokol. And over to Schenkel. Schenkel dribbles into the lane, greeted by a whole bunch of defense. Then swing it over to Sokol. Sokol throws up a three. Hits the iron, no good. Easy rebound that time for Homestead. Homestead just brings it right over the timeline. It was Nicely, who normally doesn't bring the basketball over the timeline. He flip it over the right side to Evie Bottoms. Evie still got the ball. Throws it to Patterson, high left wing. Surprised they didn't let her jack up a three every now and then. She can do everything else. Bottoms drives, pocket pass into Patterson.
And Patterson throws the ball above three Bishop Dwenger players and goes right into the hoop.
They did collapse rather well defensively, but Patterson just too athletic and too strong. Ecky with the ball, kicks it back outside, and Miss Cook's having an awful time hanging on to the basketball. Vanessa's got a little butterfingers going on tonight. So Homestead comes the other way. Molly Strock, the 5'8 junior. They get it quickly down in the low blocks of Patterson. Oh my, no call on that. She went up and down and didn't shoot. Most of the time that's traveling. She must have kept a toe on the ground. They got a better view than we do. They're going to jack up a three from downtown, and yep, count it.
And number 20 throws the ball into the net, and it goes in.
Molly Strock with the bucket. Quickly, the Saints get down, drive down inside to try to dump it into Ecky, and it is tipped out of bounds by Homestead. And here comes Trigg back into the lineup along with Taylor Aselgi. I didn't want to say that wrong, but I think I got it right. We're just going to call it Taylor.
It's either A-Sledge, A-Sledge, one of the two.
Taylor. We'll go first names for a while.
Taylor's a nice name.
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue easier. Linder with a basketball. Gets it over to Taylor. Taylor drives. Oh, look at that. Everybody got out of the way. I think she was so surprised that nobody bothered. She put up and missed it.
Patterson with the ball.
With the fake, puts it up and in. Coast to coast for Patterson.
2.5 minutes on the clock. Spartans are in the lead with 50-20. And number 4 drops the ball, and Homestead picks it up.
Sokol was stripped on the way in. The foul is called, the non-shooting foul, but that is going to be, I think, the 5th foul on Homestead. Maybe only the 4th this half, but none called on the Saints so far. They're going to call that foul against Russ. That's her 2nd of the ball game. Nice inside pass to Trigg, and Trigg got pushed out of bounds. They're going to say she stepped on the baseline before the push, so they're going to give the ball to Homestead. Nicely triggers the basketball in. A little bit of full court pressure now by the Saints.
Lexi makes a desperate grab for it, but it goes over to Homestead number 20. 20 sends it to number 4. 4 sends it to Patterson. Patterson sends it to 30. 30 sends it to 14. 14 sends it back to 30. 30 with the ball, looking for an opening. Sends it back to 14.
Timeout by Ron Parker and the Homestead Spartans as they were playing a little bit of pitch and catch on the right side of the floor. Excuse me, on the left side of the floor. And Parker didn't really like the way the offense looked. He's only up by 30. I'm not exactly sure what he was looking for. They're going to take a 30-second break weekend, too. We'll be right back.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. 2:08 left on the clock, period number 3, 50-20. Nice round numbers. Not prime, but round. Homestead with the basketball. They get it into Patterson. Patterson slings it really high. They're going to go around the shell with it. No, she's going to stop and try to get Patterson right toe. She's going to drive on Ecky, spin. Ecky backed up, and she fell down, traveling the call. You know, that is one way to defend somebody driving. Get out of the way and let them fall over.
Patterson had the ball, but it looks like she accidentally fell into Trigg's stomach and then fell on her butt to the ground. And then Trigg proceeded to pick up the ball, and now Dwayner has the ball. Number 5 sends it to Lexi Linder. Linder with the ball. Sends it back over to number 5. 5 sends it to number 4. 4 has the ball. 4 sends it back to number 40. 40 sends it back to number 4. 40 with the ball. 4 sends it to Linder. Linder to Trigg. Trigg sends to number 4. 4 to 5. 5 to 40. Feel like I'm reciting multiplication tables here.
You partially are. You get yourself a roster here, and they'll come to you in a little bit.
Trigg sends to 5. 5 sends to Linder. Linder to 4. 4 takes the shot, and it goes in!
Sokol with a nice left hand that time. Homestead coming back down the floor. Bounce pass to the right wing. Throw it over the top of the key. Now it's over the high ball left wing over to Rush. Rush gets it, guess where? Into Patterson. Throws up an 8-footer. Hook, hard off the back of the iron. Ecky with a rebound. He gets it over to Linder. Linder resets the offense, goes to the top of the key. Fires it to the right side. And back to Trigg, who's at the top of the key. 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the arc. Throws it back over to Sokol. Sokol to Taylor. Taylor to Linder. Linder jacks up a three. Easy rebound from Patterson. She looks around, finds the guard, dumps it off, heads for the post. Bottoms with the basketball. Over to Royce. Nice bounce pass to Patterson. Couldn't handle it too well. Got it. Recovered and got it back up and in anyway.
23 seconds on the clock.
52-22. Still a 30-point spread for the Homestead Spartans.
Spartans have 4 fouls so far this period, and Saints have none.
Trigg with the basketball, thinking about shooting, changes her mind, gets it over to Linder. Linder out in between the circles, almost back to the timeline. Bounce pass over to Taylor. Taylor hands it to Sokol, and Sokol throws up a three that hit the side of the glass and ended the third period. 52-22 is your score, and we're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back.
Found out who number 34.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person.
You know, there's 3 kinds of people in this world. Those that get the numbers and those that don't. If you need professional help when it comes to the numbers, whether it's payroll, accounting, or professional or personal taxes, come see the experts at Management and Tax Services. Proud to be Dwenger supporters for over 60 years.
I don't want to be.
And we're back. And a sudden news announcement during the break. Number 34, the one we've been referring to as Trigg, is in fact Maggie Piper. Though I do like the nickname Trigg.
Well, we're going to stick with it for tonight anyway. Then down the road, we'll talk to the folks who do the lineups, and we'll get it on the paper like it's supposed to be. But, Trigg, maybe she's going to be a math whiz and help us get to Mars next time we start doing some astronomical explorations and stuff. Basketball down inside to Patterson. Patterson loses it, gets it back, and they're going to call somebody in a white uniform for a foul. And I bet you they're going to say Linder. Linder was in the neighborhood, and it looked like she reached in. And that's exactly right. That's all her first foul of the ball game. She played an awful lot of minutes and played them pretty clean against a very good Homestead Spartan team. Basketball in the right corner. They slung it all the way out in between the circles. Back up. Offense moves to where the coach wants them. Boy, they are moving more now than they were earlier. Freeman with the basketball throws it downside to Patterson. Patterson puts it up and in. It's hard to miss all those point-blank ranges, Seth.
And Lexi Linder with the ball. Sends it up for number 22. 22 takes the shot, and it goes in.
At Maddie Schenkel, the 5'6" junior with a bucket. 54-25, and the Saints going to put on a little bit of full-court pressure. Homestead breaks it nicely with Slicer ready the missile. They give it to Patterson, and she just from half court and on in, easy bucket for Patterson. It is the Patterson show here tonight at Bishop Dwenger High School, at least game number 1. Cassidy Court gets it inside, puts up a shot after she got it to Schenkel. Schenkel missed. Rebound Homestead. They're coming the other way. Stops at 15 foot. Tosses to the right side or left side. Shot no good. Rebound pulled out of there that time by Bishop Dwenger's Maddie Schenkel. Everybody left, so she brought the ball over the timeline herself. Looks around, finds Lexi Linder. Lexi looks for Cook. Cook mishandled it again. Having a little bit of trouble tonight just handling that rock. Homestead runs down the loose ball. They get to Patterson. She stops, 15-footer. Bounces off, no good. A rebound, Homestead. They throw it out and reset the offense. No, they're going to go right back inside. This time to Freem. Freem thinks about it, kicks it back out. We're going to reset the offense top of the key. No, they just they don't wait too long. They just hustle around. Ball slapped out of Patterson's hand, kicked right back out. 3 on the way, count it. That was Sid Freem with the bucket. 59-25, 6:02 remaining. Basketball on a high right wing. Crossover, spin, shot, hits the heel of the iron, no good. Rebound Homestead. Get it forward in a big hurry. At this point, if I was Rod Parker, I would probably call the dogs off a little bit. They get it down inside to Patterson. Patterson up and in. Just too big, too strong, too tall for the defense that the Saints can offer up tonight. Linder got inside. She's fouled. And I'm going to take a guess at it. It might be Molly Stock on the reach in. How many fouls is that on her this game?
That would probably, I don't know. I would maybe 2 or 3 fouls.
It's right there on the big board.
Oh,
player number 20, foul 2.
Player number 20.
And that's indeed Molly Stock from Homestead. A non-shooting foul. The Saints get the basketball. Drive, shot up. Oops, shot partially blocked. Yeah.
Caught by a cheerleader.
Yeah. Which happens about once a game.
I don't think she actually knew what to do. She just kind of held it
Well,
there.
that's you know, it's not the color of a pom-pom, so... nobody wanted to take the basketball out of bounds. They did get it right this time. They were going to give it to Homestead, but it was a blocked shot, so back to the Saints basketball. And Schenkel going to trigger the ball in. Has to go a little bit deep with it. Drive, shot with the right hand, count the bucket, and I believe Taylor, the sophomore, the 5'9" sophomore, gets a chance to complete a three-point play. And Maggie Pfeiffer checks into the lineup. Miss Trigg
takes the shot, and it goes in.
Completed the three-point play. Giselle Ecke, who had 2 fouls early, been playing pretty well, not getting herself into foul trouble. She replaces Vanessa Cook. And the Saints, with a little bit of 1-2-2 full court pressure, Homestead just barely got it over the timeline. They're moving the basketball well. They throw up a 3 from the corner, hit the top of the backboard. Now that's more than one extra biscuit for breakfast. He really got it up there. Of course, that'll turn the basketball over to Bishop Dwenger, and it's 61-28. Let's see if they can get this thing knocked down to 30 with the 3. Ecke, high post, double high post move. Try to go it inside. Didn't work. Overthrown. Taken away by Homestead. Get down the floor quickly again. Langren in the ball game now. Clara Langren. You don't want to leave Freeman loose. She got it at the top of the key. They got inside. Shot blocked. Shot recovered. And Allie Stevens shows why you never give up on a play. She was blocked from behind. She just grabbed it and put it right back up there again. Samantha Godomski with the basketball. Bounce pass is over to Taylor. Taylor looks around. Thinks, well, you know what, I'm going to wheel around you and drive, and she does. Nice drop pass to Trigg. She's trapped on the baseline. She found a relief valve, but it rolled down her leg and out of bounds. So at 2:43 with the clock running, in high school basketball, when it's a new rule this year, when the score gets to be a 35-point spread, it's the running clock. So not enough will stop the clock here at 63-28. And Homestead jacks up a 3 from the right side, misses everything, and they get their own rebound. They're going to reset again in between the circles, fired off to the right side. Back out to the top of the key, the left side, fakes a 3, drives, gets it down inside, kicks it back out. Feet set, 3 on the way. It went in, but traveling the call. So the bucket does not count. And the Saints get the basketball with a running clock at 1:55 and running. And when it's running, even when the buzzer buzzes, unless it's a foul, the clock keeps a ticking. Trigg with the basketball at the top of the key. 2 dribbles to the right side. Hands it off. 3 on the way. Looks to go. Had a chance. Didn't go. Samantha Godomski with the shot jacked up. 1:33 to go.
Homestead with the ball. Number 24 passes to number 14. 14 with the ball. Pass it over to, what number is that? 34?
Down
34?
Inside, yeah. No, that's the Patterson's 34. That is
number 50.
Sanaya Sandlin, a freshman, 6-foot freshman for Homestead.
Freshman on the varsity. Haven't seen that in a while.
Well, they've got a couple of them on their roster anyway.
Number 12 has the ball, sends it over to number 21. 21 sends it over to number 14. 14 runs around, sends it over to number 24. 24 takes the shot, and it goes in.
Out the bucket for Hillary Adams. She's a junior who don't get a ton of playing time.
50 seconds on the clock. Spartans 66-28.
Basketball at the top of the key. 3 dribbles to give it over to Trigg. Trigg couldn't try and drive on one of the subs that came in late in the ball game. Drove on Sandlin and got the foul called on her. And that's a 17th foul, so that should be a 1-and-1. And the clock should have stopped here on the foul, I believe. First time I've been involved in it, yeah, they did finally stop the clock.
Trigg takes the shot. Oh, but it bounces off the rim.
Missed it short. 20 seconds to go. Clock is ticking. And Seth, take us home. Take us home, buddy.
Well, we have Homestead player number 14 with the ball. Sends it to over number 15. 15 throws it in, and it goes in. Sorry, forgive me. That was number 12 with the ball, not number 15.
Claire Langren with the bucket. And the steal and the buzzer, and the game is over. Final score.
Spartans win 69-28. And we can already see fans coming in for the boys basketball game coming to you after this.
Many traditions have developed over the years in our hallowed halls that embody the spirit of our humble beginnings, and that makes each and every one of us part of the Dwenger family. This family of dedicated alumni, parents, faculty, staff, and friends have been preparing our young saints for the future, building upon their Catholic faith, expanding their minds, and enriching their hearts. Bishop Dwenger students are educated based on the foundation of 4 pillars: an academic life, a spiritual life, an active life, and a life of service. Focusing on these pillars helps us develop the whole person. We often speak of the Dwenger family, an indescribable sense of community, a focus on tradition, and love for our faith create a special and powerful bond for all of our saints. The commitment to Catholic education throughout the generations is also evident in the time, talent, and treasure the community shares with our school. We are so blessed by the generosity of the Dwenger family, who are loyal to our school in its effort to cultivate citizens of 2 worlds. When our students graduate with a priceless Bishop Dwenger diploma, they also have a deeper appreciation of the Catholic faith, a strong sense of their civic responsibilities, an achievement of academic success, and an unparalleled ability to balance their studies with extracurricular activities. This is what it means to be a saint.
Evans Toyota is locally owned and proudly supports Bishop Dwenger. Let's go Saints!
St. Anne Communities is a senior living community including a rehabilitation center, memory and dementia care, assisted and residential living, as well as a nursing facility that served the community for over 54 years. While offering a Christ-centered environment that is the only place in Fort Wayne that offers daily mass and sacraments. For more information on employment, senior living, or to make a gift to support the first floor renovation campaign, please visit us at our website or give us a call.
Hi, sports fans. Sean McBride here, inviting you to try the barbershop experience. St. Joe Center Barbershop, located at the corner of St. Joe Center and Maplecrest, prides itself on professionalism, cleanliness, and a family-friendly atmosphere. In their third generation of family ownership, they have a combined experience of over 125 years. Give them a call at 485-6981. It's my barbershop of choice. That's St. Joe Center Barbershop at 485-6981.
You see them everywhere. That preferred auto bumper sticker. All makes and models. You ever wonder why? It's simple. We've worked hard over the last 30 plus years to earn your trust.
And with all the unknowns right now in the auto industry, we're still confident in one thing. With over $6 million in inventory, I'm sure we have the perfect vehicle for you.
So stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see what sets us apart from the rest.
Preferred Auto.
You know, there's 3 kinds of people in this world. Those that get the numbers and those that don't. If you need professional help when it comes to the numbers, whether it's payroll, accounting, or professional or personal taxes, come see the experts at Management and Tax Services. Proud to be Dwenger supporters for over 60 years.
Can First Source help me get more space?
We can help with that.
Does First Source have banking that can keep up with me?
This is open around the clock.
Business is booming. Can you help me expand?
No problem.
Can First Source help me turn this into my own business?
We're here for you. No matter what kind of banking you need, First Source Bank can help.
Tippmann Group is a family-owned business that's proud to call Fort Wayne home. We build cold storage facilities all around the United States, run one of the largest cold storage companies in the nation, and lease office space in Fort Wayne, like inside the Lincoln Tower.
Hi, I'm John Tippmann, president of Tippmann Group, and our family has been part of the Bishop Dwenger family for many years. We are a proud supporter of Dwenger Athletics. Go Saints!
And welcome back, everybody. Game number 2 here from the campus of Bishop Dwenger High School. If the Homestead Spartans come in for a visit, as the Saints play host to the number 4 rated Spartans. Got a new partner here for game number 2, and she's going to know more about this game than I do. Clara Burns, she is a junior who plays on the gals team, and I'm blessed because she's got an injured foot, so I get her for a little bit of while. Clara?
Very excited to be here tonight. I think it's going to be a good matchup here.
Tell us a little bit about the pregame matchup that we have going.
We've got two juniors starting for the Saints and 3 seniors. The Homestead Spartans are 5-5 right now, so we're looking at a deciding factor for them here tonight.
Now there's an interesting coaching matchup as both of these coaches have been coaching for 23 years. You got 46 years of head coaching experience.
Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. God our Father, you have created us to strive for the best. Train to all athletes, coaches, and fans, and strength to pursue excellence during this event and all that we do. The glory of God. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. And finally, we pray for your grace that you would provide us with the endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Father Mike.
Now are they going to trick us and do the anthem again, which would be just fine?
No, they're not.
Starting for the Homestead Spartans, number 2, Lawyer Fletcher. There you go. Fletcher Lawyer, he is greeted by a nice round of boos by the home crowd here. He stands 6'4" guard. Hal Puwicki, he is a junior guy. He'll stand about 6'2", wearing number 12 tonight. Grady Swing will be your next starter. He's listed as a forward, 6'4". And then the rest of the team's a bunch of leapers. How do you pronounce that?
Leaper.
That's not very nice, is it? Andrew Leaper, he's a senior at 6'6". And Grant Leaper, who's a little bit taller and a little bit younger. He is a 6'7" forward, wearing number 22 tonight. For Coach Chris Johnson and company. Starting for the Saints, it's all yours.
We've got Sam Campbell, a junior, 5'11", number 5, starting for the Saints. 22, CJ Piper, he's a senior, 6'2". 23, Preston Ross, our big guy, 6'8", junior. 25, Bo Jackway, senior, 6'8". And 32, Owen Shively, also a senior, 6'4". We got a lot of height for Dwenger here tonight.
A lot of height, and last year we did a lot of Dwenger games. I steal these so I can tell who's who as things are going along. But I suspect this is going to be a pretty physical game because the Saints have never backed out from anybody physicality-wise. And now this year they've got a little bit more height with them. And Campbell's a good shooter from the outside. And I think they got a good chance of a good inside-out game. Bang the boards hard. And I'm really optimistic about the Saints' chances of beating the highly rated Homestead Spartans.
I agree. I think in the past few years the Saints have gotten really big, tall and strong. So I think we're going to look good tonight.
And they got Rocco Sioka, who comes off the bench, and he gives them tons of athletic minutes. And a couple of new guys that I haven't seen play yet this year, and I'm looking forward to it. Joe Kelly, he stands 6'6" senior. He comes and puts some good minutes in too. So.
Yeah, Sioka's one of the best 6 men you can have. Athletic, he's big, and he can play defense and score some points for you.
Grant Leaper takes control of the tip, maybe.
Campbell knocks it out. That's gonna be
good hustle by Campbell. He and CJ Piper jump center, and that'll be the only jump center of the night, most likely. So almost time for a coin flip and just start the ball game. So here comes Homestead. Lawyer with the basketball, flings it over to the right side, high outside this point, out in between the circles. They give it over to Swing. Swing dumps it down on the low post. Trying to work their way in, no good. To room, 3 on the way, counter for Andrew Leaper. Well, Homestead strikes first blood, and they're going to do a little bit of 1-2-2. Looks like a 1-2 half-court trap. And the Saints have not placed anybody to the middle. Well, they did get it over the timeline, dump it off into the corner. Back high outside in the hands of Sam Campbell. Sam goes all the way out to the center circle. looking for somebody, a 1-4 high. Tried to bounce it inside. Good hands by Homestead, take it away, and we're going to go the other way with it. Andrew Leopard goes down the left side of the lane, and let's see who's that one gets called on because
that's a lot of contact.
Like Piper pushed Ross, or Ross pushed Kuiper. I'm not sure which who. They're going to call it on Jackaway. Okay, well, okay.
You get two big guys on the inside like that.
I didn't think he hit the floor.
Yeah, he was the one on the floor.
Okay, that's where I need your help. First free throw's good. Cameron Quinlan. Excuse me, I get my pages right. Leaper with the free throw. First foul of the ball game for either team. Second free throw up and good. And Homestead again going to flash a little 1-2-2.
Throwing the first punch with their defense, the Spartans.
Yeah, they certainly are. And the Saints having a little bit of trouble getting it over the timeline. They do. You got somebody streaking to the Campbell, streaking to the bucket. He stopped. They have a chance maybe of an easy bucket there. They give it to Campbell. He's out at the center circle. Going to reset the offense. Hands off to Piper. Piper tries to get it inside. Jackaway leans in, puts it up and in. And as you can tell by the roar of the student section, it's good.
Nice to have a strong guy like Jackaway down there in the middle.
And I think that's where they can make a lot of hay if they can just get it down in the blocks and maybe catch a little one-on-one action before the help side defense comes along.
He's got a decent mid-range as well.
Homestead gets it down inside, puts it up,
Ross goes.
No good. And the rebound hits the floor, battled for a whistle, stop play. And we'll see who they're going to call out on. It's going to go against the Saints. And with a lot of traffic in there, be Shively guilty of the personal foul. His first of the ball game, and the Saints second here early in the contest. 5:57 on the clock, 5-2 Spartans by one long bomb. Have to throw it in deep. One of the Leaper brothers. Hands it over to Lawyer. Lawyer jacks one up from the parking lot. No good. A rebound. Oh, and we're going to get a foul call. This time on Grant Leaper. Inside position. Nice that time on with Jackaway.
It's already being apparent that it's going to be a physical game tonight.
Claire, I don't think you're going to get the ball away from Jackaway when he gets his mitts on it like that.
I agree.
He's going to hang on to that like a free pizza. Man, it's not going anywhere. Again, the 1-2-2, floored by Homestead. Yeah, we get it broke,
Ross
but kind
flash
of
in the middle.
unusual.
He gets it, makes a move.
Spins inside, lost it. Jackaway battle for the rebound. Him and
jump ball going to the Saints.
Jackaway very active down on the inside here early in the ball game. And as we thought, here comes the sixth man, Rocco Sioka. Slides in the lineup, and Preston Ross is going to take a little break. Campbell trigger the basketball in. Somebody's got to pop.
Shively to the corner.
Shot no good. Oh, and it goes up and over the backboard. So Homestead to get possession of the rock. 5-2 your score. 5:27. First period action.
I'm excited to see some of the defense coming out of Sioka tonight.
I'm excited to see him on the floor because he's just a good, solid, mean, tough athlete. You know, maybe not mean, but he's just fun athletically to watch him play. Homestead's got the basketball outside the arc, not really knowing where they're going to go with it. Give it to Swing. Swing backs up a little bit. He flings it far to the right side. Back to the top of the key. A little bit of a handoff to Swing. Swing, no place to go with it. Hands it off to Andrew. Andrew drives, puts up a weak left-hander. Ugly, Sioka with a rebound. Flips it over to Shively. He gets it to Campbell. Campbell brings it over the timeline left side. I think it's the first time they've been able to get down the floor without a 1-2-2 staring at him. Campbell gets it down inside. One dribble, ball taken right out of Jackaway's hands. That'll teach me for predicting that, won't it?
It's hard to do.
Leaper picks up his dribble outside. They hand it over to Andrew Leaper. He gets it to Lawyer. Lawyer drives inside. He's greeted by the defense. About all he can do with that one. He leans in. He gets called for the foul. Basket's good. 7-2 Spartans. And they're employing the 1-2-2 every time they score a bucket. So over the top pass breaks the press. And Piper Gets it over to Shively. Shively throws it out in between the circles to Sioka. Ball goes to the left wing. Tries to take a pick. Good shift. Change.
Piper,
a spin.
a miss.
Yeah, but it was a nice spin move to the left side. Got him a shooting lane, just didn't finish. Drive inside, a little bit of a floater, shot no good, whistle stops play. That's going to go against Bishop Dwenger.
That's on Piper.
C.J. Piper, the 6'2 senior. That's his first of the ball game, the third against the Saints. And shooting a little free throws. Will be Grady Swing. Noise doesn't seem to bother him much. Joe Kelly slides into the lineup. A little bit more height out there for the Saints. Jackaway getting a little bit of a break. Swing with the second one. He's clean with that too. 9-2. Spartans on top by 7 early. 3:42 on the clock, first period. Ooh, be careful with your feet. There we go. Get it over the timeline. Campbell finds somebody down low. A little bit of a
nice up.
We'll call it alley layup instead of an alley-oop. Got it up there and got the bucket. Broke the press well. If you can do that 2 or 3 times, that press will go away. Ball's at the top of the key, just left of it. Outside the circle now. Warrior tries to go somewhere with it. Sioka kept him from going anywhere. Three gets jacked up from downtown by Andrew Leeper. And it's 12-4. Homestead on top by 8 again. That 1-2-2.
See, this Campbell is very fast. He used to be a quarterback, and you can see the court very well. It's hard to press against him. He can run right through it, pass right through it. He sees all of his men.
And I'm really surprised they haven't flashed anybody to the middle, but they haven't committed any turnovers because of the press yet. But it does slow them down getting into their offensive rhythm. Basketball gets loose, last touch by a Spartan, so the Saints will have possession of it under their own basket. 2:45 on the clock. 12-4, your score. Grant Leeper to the bench, and I didn't see who snuck in for him. Doesn't matter, he's tall and he's wearing blue. I don't think they get any shorter, do they?
I don't think so.
Tucker Day checked in for Homestead. 3 on the way from the corner, no good. Rebound goes a little bit long. Homestead pulls it out of there. Tries to go in front of everybody. Day with a spin move. Block. Nice block this time. Big time defensive play by Joe Kelly. Got the crowd fired up with 2:25 to go. They get the ball down in the offensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can convert. Piper gets it over to Sioka. Swing it to the left side of Campbell. Campbell takes a screen and doesn't use it, goes the other direction. Didn't work. Ball's deflected out of bounds. Going to retain Saints possession. 2:11 on the clock. 12-4. Big block that time by Joe Kelly. Paying dividends coming in less than a minute. Shiver's going to trigger the ball in from the side. Gets it to Campbell. Campbell guarded really close by Max Schlitz. As in the old beer. Throws over the corner. 3 on the way. Count it. Shively with the bucket from downtown. 12-7. Saints with a little bit of momentum here. 1:53 on the clock. Chris Johnson calls for play number 3. Claire, we're going to have to remember what that is, but I'm sure it'll pop up later. Why not? Doesn't look like a whole lot of anything.
No.
We'll give it to Lawyer, let him create. Jacks up a 3, count it.
Piper contested that very well.
That's why his head went back. Oh, man, I had my hand in his face. What more can you do? And sometimes the answer is nothing.
Lawyer got the little fadeaway on him.
Yep, made just a little bit of space, and that's all he needed. Oh, Campbell got himself in the air. He got lucky and found Sioka. Did he get the ball on the inside?
Sioka in the middle.
Sioka put it up, and he walked with the basketball. A little habit he had last year, too. They're getting a little bit too excited. Cameron Quinlan and Henry O'Keefe check in the lineup. Sioka and Piper are going to have a seat for this last $1.16 here in the first quarter. 15-7. Homestead up by 8. And they got the rock. Stolen right away. O'Keefe puts it up.
Easy way.
Smart move by Coach Kostoff. Got him a quick bucket. Bench players doing a nice job for the Saints so far tonight.
Having a guy as fast as O'Keefe is very beneficial for the Saints.
Sioka grabs the rebound on the miss from the top of the key. Back to O'Keefe. He looks like he's fired up. Had a pick from Sioka didn't use it. They're going to run Sioka back down to the baseline. Keeps still with the basketball. Throw it into the high post right at the free throw line. He hands it off to Quinlan. Quinlan gets it down inside. Bounce pass into the corner. Defense was there. Gives it back to Quinlan. Quinlan over to Kelly. Kelly kind of mishandles it. Kind of mishandles it again. Still got it, but not by much. Hands it over to Shively. Get him in the corner. And they're going to say it's still Saints ball. It was knocked out of bounds by him. Oh, my goodness. We should have practiced that name. 24. And
oh, wow.
Yeah. His name's Oh, wow. We was calling one of your girls Trig, number 34 tonight. We couldn't get her name earlier. So.
That's actually C.J. Piper's little sister.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, she did a pretty nice job when she was in there.
Yeah. Ross gets back in.
Quinlan drives the baseline, gets the ball swept out of his hands, pops up in the air. Keith gets it, throws it up. Would have beat the buzzer, but it hit the side of the backboard. So we got one in. 15-9 your score. Homestead up by 6. And we're going to take a 1-minute break. You're listening to and watching Homestead and Bishop Dwenger basketball.
You know, there's three kinds of people in this world. Those that get the numbers and those that don't. If you need professional help when it comes to the numbers, whether it's payroll, accounting, or professional or personal taxes, come see the experts at Management and Tax Services. Proud to be Dwenger supporters for over 60 years.
Tippmann Group is a family-owned business that's proud to call Fort Wayne home. We build cold storage facilities all around the United States, run one of the largest cold storage companies in the nation, and lease office space in Fort Wayne, like inside the Lincoln Tower.
Hi, I'm John Tippmann, president of Tippmann Group, and our family has been part of the Bishop Dwenger family for many years. We are a proud supporter of Dwenger Athletics. Go Saints.
And welcome back, everybody. Period number 2 is set to begin. I believe Homestead will get the first possession. And Ms. Burns, give me a quick analysis of your first quarter.
I think that the Saints have tried to hold their own. They have to keep being athletic and stay in this game.
Oh, speaking of athletic, Lawyer just got his head partially knocked off by the defense. He forgot the basketball, kept his head, and the Saints coming around with the rock. Man, I don't know who he ran into, but he hit somebody pretty hard down inside. They tried to dump it inside to Joe Kelly, and he is fouled before he can get his hands on the basketball. That'll be the third foul against the Spartans. And, well, maybe only the second. Somebody on the scoreboard, Johnny on the spot tonight. That's Grant Leaper's second foul. He's the only one
looking for Ross out of bounds. Gives it to Kelly. Back to O'Keefe. And sets up a play.
That will reset the offense. Let's lead it over to Quinlan. The left high wing. We get it down low on the blocks. And the double team comes from the weak side and slap it out of bounds. Lost control of it. Piper last to touch it. Trying to hang on. So good defense by Homestead. Gets the basketball back with a 6-point lead. Fletcher Lawyer hands the basketball off to Schlitz. Running a mini weave at the top. Number 24 with a magic name. Now we're not even going to try it. Lawyer with the basketball back again. Looking for a little bit of help, and I think the defense, the Bishop Dwenger Saints defense is rattling them a little bit. They've cranked up the man-to-man, and they're going to call a foul on O'Keefe. Indeservedly so. He tried to sneak in the back door, and the ball got loose and got more player than he did ball.
Spartans are just looking for an open shot. They've got some lethal shooters, and they know how to use them.
Yeah, they certainly do. They get it out on the left wing, look around for an opening. And they're going to be a little bit more patient than what I thought they would be. Drive inside, falls down, and we're going to call traveling. Sometimes the traffic is so busy from this angle, you can't tell what really happened.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll take the call. Anytime like that, we'll take the call. O'Keefe flips it over the top to Piper. They got that 1-2-2 half court set up again. This time they got Quinlan and the Fleisch in the middle. They got it over the timeline. Quinlan drove to the basket, got it to him, he put it up, and he is fouled. He's going to get a couple free throws for that effort. It's a nice way to break the press.
Yeah. Getting it to the middle as much as you can, but Spartans were covering it pretty well. He found his opening, flashing to the basket.
Jackway coming back into the lineup. He's going to go in for Kelly.
And Campbell's coming in for O'Keefe.
I don't know. I kind of like the way O'Keefe was playing. But Coach Kostoff, he's done a few more games than I have, and I've never coached a single one in my life. Second free throws missed. 15-10 the score, so the Saints hanging tough. Lawyer, the Purdue commit, gets the ball in the corner. A little bit of a head fake. Goes to the baseline, stepped on the baseline, no call. Shot up for a three, count it.
3 points.
Kopowicki. You notice I waited to hear that again. Again, flash to the center, did a nice job breaking the press. They've got that figured out now. Oh, wide open, didn't take the three, goes inside.
What a pass by Campbell.
A no-look pass, and I don't think...
But didn't quite get it to him.
I don't think Jackway was ready for it either. Kind of surprised him a little bit.
They just called a foul on Campbell.
Well, I missed that for sure. Dandy pass.
Not sure what Campbell. It was.
Faked out everybody in the gymnasium except the referees, apparently. Homestead brings it back down the other end of the floor. Andrew gets the ball to the top of the key. Hands it off to K.O. Pickey, who gives it right back to the Lawyer. Lawyer, a little bit of a head fake, puts it up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Campbell. Campbell hustles down well, he went to the right side, went down to the center, dumped it off. Bunny missed, rebound hit the floor, shot, missed. Another rebound by the Saints, put up, missed. Rebound Ross, he's fouled. Good hard work on the Windex glass by the Bishop Dwenger Saints. And if they're going to win this ball game, they're going to have to continue to do that, among a few other things. So they're down by 8 at home, and somebody just called a timeout. We're going to see how long it is. That's a 30-second break. So we're going to step out for 30 seconds. You're listening to and watching Homestead and Bishop Dwenger.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
It takes a couple of games. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. The buzzer says 15 seconds. Kids, get back on the floor. The Homestead Spartans are still in their huddle as the Saints, who are really battling hard. Although the score is 18-10, I'm really liking what I see out of the Bishop Dwenger Saints tonight. Now off to the free throw line, C.J. Piper. I think he's getting a 2 for his efforts. And the first one's off the iron.
It's actually Ross on the line.
See, that's why I have you young eyeballs here. I'm used to sitting like 2 feet from the floor. Preston makes the second one. Closes the gap to 18-11. And the Saints going to employ their own little bit of full court press. Homestead playing a little pitch and catch in the backcourt to finally get it into the forecourt quickly. And good, a recovery by the Saints defense. Oh, they're going to call a block. They threw it over the top, and Campbell had good defensive position, but got bowled over by Andrew Leeper.
You know, I think he was set.
I do too.
Kostoff is not happy with that call.
You've noticed that, huh? So out of bounds it's going to be. The Saints have now 6 fouls, so from here on it'll be shooting foul. Only 4 fouls committed by the Spartans so far this half. 5:20, period number 2, 18-11, Homestead. Basketball over the right side to swing. Still got it, picks up his dribble. They try to get it down low. They do. Leeper puts it up and in. Count it.
Right over Ross's 6'8" hand.
Well, that's why gymnasiums have high ceilings, I guess.
That's right.
Again, we're back to the 1-2-2 full court press. They get it over the top. They, get into the middle, break the press, and reset the offense. Piper hands the basketball off to O'Keefe. O'Keefe looking for somebody to go somewhere. Slides to the left. He's going to slide to the right. Nobody's really doing anything quite yet. Now they're trying to get it down inside. They do on the right low post. Kicks it back to O'Keefe. He thought about a 3, changes his mind. They get it down inside. Nice positioning at center. Good body placement, and Jackaway got the defender on his left hip, or his right hip, and went to the left, put it up and in.
Seems like he's finally happy with the shot he's getting down
Oh
there.
my. They got the ball down low. Ross jumped out of the gym. Unfortunately, the Spartan player didn't put it up until he landed again. Easy bucket that time for Homestead. Grant Leeper going to shoot for old-fashioned three-point play. 22-13 your score.
When you play these big guys, you need to learn how to hesitate. They're going for that block.
Well, yeah, he sure didn't hesitate that time. Offensive rebound, tipped, and ended up in Leeper's hands. They throw it to the left wing. 3 on the way. It rattles out. And nobody locked down for Bishop Dwenger. Easy putback by Grady Swing, and that'll get a timeout on the floor. Coach Boswell says, nah, enough of that. So, with that timeout, we'll take a 30-second break ourselves. You're listening to and watching Homestead and Bishop Dwenger basketball. I didn't know Ross had that kind of hops.
You see them everywhere. That preferred auto bumper sticker. All makes and models. You ever wonder why? It's simple. We've worked hard over the last 30+ years to earn your trust.
And with all the unknowns right now in the auto industry, we're still confident in one thing. With over $6 million in inventory, I'm sure we have the perfect vehicle for you.
So stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see what sets us apart from the rest.
Preferred Auto.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. 4:07. We're almost halfway through period number 2. 24-13. Homestead with a 9-point lead. And the Bishop Dwenger Saints with the rock. Over the timeline, slowly comes C.J. Piper. Floats to the right side, tries to get it down inside. Ball is tipped away and grabbed Grant Leeper with a good defensive positioning that time for Homestead.
I mean, that was a great post up by Jackway, but Leeper is so long. He can get his hands right over it and grab that pass.
The swing with the basketball, they got him high outside, but he went to the left side, and no, the water's parted for him. He expected a little bit of contact, didn't get it, missed the bunny, rebound Saints. Again, Piper going to bring it up. He's going to handle the basketball here the next couple times down the floor, do a little quarterbacking. Ross steps out, gets it, gives it right back to him. Ball is kicked as they try to dump it down inside Jackaway. 3:20 on the clock, 24-13. A little less scoring than I thought, Clara.
I agree. I thought they'd get a lot more shots off, especially in this second quarter.
We get it into O'Keefe. He looks around. He finds Ross. Ross a couple dribbles, gets to the right toe, puts it up off the heel of the iron, and rebound Homestead. Hustles down the floor on the right side.
For a big guy, Ross's mid-range is usually pretty nice.
They got it down inside with a nice, easy bucket for Grant Leeper. So the Saints have been doubled up here, 26-13. Time to get a little bit of offense out of the white unis here, guys. Ross picks up his dribble at the top of the key, finds somebody on the right side. He finds Shively. Shively tries to go somewhere, spin move, no place to go, so he stops, pops, no good. Rebound hits the floor, one dribble, they go up inside, shot blocked. Rebound again, Saints. And finally, Teo Pickey got a good hand on it and reached around. It was Piper, and Piper called for the foul.
Foul number 22, C.J. Piper is second.
Looks like Campbell and Sioka back into the lineup. And Ross and O'Keefe, I believe, came down. Is that right?
Yep.
So shooting free throws with the Homestead Spartans. This should be a 1-and-1.
Jackway's got some good moves down in the paint, but they're just not seeming to fall.
Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Ball tipped out of bounds. Saints will get the basketball. 2:29 to go. And Saints could really use a bucket here. A little bit of token pressure relieved as soon as the ball is inbounds. Campbell over the timeline. Goes to his right hand, flips it to Sioka. He's outside right wing. Looking for somebody, and he finds Jackaway, who gives it right back to Campbell. Campbell takes the pick, tries to go down the lane. A lot of blue dribbles. A nice pocket pass to Sioka, who was just kind of hanging out. Easy bucket. Looks like they've done that once or twice in their career.
I'd hope so. Lawyer's giving Piper a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah, you noticed that I got a habit of watching away from the ball every once in a while, which is where the game is played anyway. Lawyer goes inside with some circus shot, missed it, got his own rebound, put it up again. Another rebound, that time it goes back up and in.
And one by Tucker Day. He is a young player for the Spartans.
Yep, he's just a sophomore, stands 6'7", and looks like he's going to be able to put a few more pounds on them skeletal bones of his. But athletic enough to get that job done. Quinlan comes back into the lineup. 28-15 your score, 1:41 on the clock. Free throw missed, tipped, and ran down by the Spartans. Lawyer goes up, missed, and then underhander. Yeah, well. And the youngster stepped out of bounds. Tucker Day got the ball and must have big feet.
The sanctuary chanting at Day. I mean, sometimes that'll get you on the line, especially as a young guy out there.
The sanctuary did their job, the sixth man tonight. Campbell with a basketball. Looking for somebody, picks up his dribble, throws cross court to Quinlan. Quinlan thought about it, changed his mind, went to flip it, and nobody home. Lawyer gets it over to Swing. Swing puts it up and in. 30-15 Homestead. We're just outside a minute, 67 seconds to play first half. And the Saints could really use a bucket here for nothing else, a little bit of confidence. Campbell picks up his dribble, finds somebody on the baseline, drive, shot, no good, block, Piper, and he is fouled on the play. So, one way or another, we'll put some points on the board from the charity stripe. That is Day's first foul of the ball game, and only fifth foul in the Spartans here to this half. Played a relatively clean game. Free throw up, and no good.
You don't see missed free throws out of Piper very often.
O'Keefe goes in for Campbell.
Kostov's subbing a lot, giving these guys a lot of energy and fresh legs to come out.
Second free throw miss, tipped around. Lawyer comes out of the pack with it. See if they hold it for the last shot or if they just continue to run their offense. Lawyer still have the basketball. He's refused 2 picks so far. Drives, puts up a teardrop, up and in.
He's just a little too fast for Kelly to handle.
Certainly was on that play. O'Keefe brings it over the timeline kind of slow. 33 seconds to go, goes with his left hand. He had his man beat by a little bit, brought it back out, flips it over to Piper. Piper gets inside, spins, lost control of it, and last touch by a Spartan. So the Saints will get it under their own bucket. O'Keefe going to trigger it in. What's the play, Clara?
Sioka.
Geez, they didn't give us much of a chance to
they're running a flex. Very common play, but a lot of movement and something that they can play with their athleticism.
O'Keefe took a 15-footer, is no good. We got 10 seconds to go. Homestead with a rebound, Swing, kicks it to the right side. They fire it right back out. Swing, 20-footer, bang, count it. And the Homestead Spartans are showing why they are ranked 4th in the state and just beat the Carmel Greyhounds as they are up 35-15. And it's halftime. We're going to take a big old break, and we'll be back with the third quarter. You're listening to and watching Bishop Dwenger Saints basketball.
You see them everywhere. That Preferred Auto bumper sticker. All makes and models. You ever wonder why? It's simple. We've worked hard over the last 30+ years to earn your trust.
And with all the unknowns right now in the auto industry, we're still confident in one thing. With over $6 million in inventory, I'm sure we have the perfect vehicle for you.
So stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see what sets us apart from the rest.
Preferred Auto.
Yes.
Evans Toyota is locally owned and proudly supports Bishop Dwenger. Let's go, Saints!
senior living community, including a rehabilitation center, memory and dementia care, assisted and residential living, as well as a nursing facility that served the community for over 54 years. While offering a Christ-centered environment that is the only place in Fort Wayne that offers daily mass and sacraments. For more information on employment, senior living, or to make a gift to support the First Floor renovation campaign, please visit us at our website or give us a call.
Yeah.
Hi, sports fan. Sean McBride here, inviting you to try the barbershop experience. St. Joe Center Barbershop, located at the corner of St. Joe Center and Maple Crest, prides itself on professionalism, cleanliness, and a family-friendly atmosphere. In their third generation of family ownership, they have a combined experience of over 125 years. Give them a call at 485-6981. It's my barbershop of choice. That's St. Joe Center Barbershop at 485-6981.
So at the top of the arch, that's the
You see them everywhere. That preferred auto bumper sticker. All makes and models.
So if they're
You
around
ever
that
wonder
little
why?
area right there, then that's top of the
It's
key.
simple. We've worked hard over the last 30-plus years to earn your trust.
And with all the unknowns right now in the auto industry, we're still confident in one thing. With over $6 million in inventory, I'm sure we have the perfect vehicle for you.
So stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see what sets us apart from the rest.
Preferred Auto.
Yeah.
You know, there's 3 kinds of people in this world. Those that get the numbers and those that don't. If you need professional help when it comes to the numbers, whether it's payroll, accounting, or professional or personal taxes, come see the experts at
Oh, I think
Management
that little
and
kid
Tax
wanted to play
Services.
with the ball.
Proud to be Dwenger supporters for over 60 years.
I remember I used to do basketball camp here back when I was 7 years old or so.
Can First Source help me get more space?
We can help with that.
Does First Source have banking that can keep up with me?
This is open around the clock.
Business is booming. Can you help me expand?
I play.
No problem.
Can First Source help me turn this into my own business?
We're here for you. No matter what kind of banking you need, First Source Bank can help.
Bit of an asshole. I've actually never been on
Tippman
a
Group
plane
is a
before.
family-owned business that's proud to call
Kind of
Fort
ironic,
Wayne
my
home.
grandfather
We build cold
is
storage
actually an
facilities
airplane
all around the
mechanic.
United States.
Yeah, he was an
Run one
airplane
of the
mechanic in the
largest
Vietnam
cold storage
War. He
companies
still
in
is
the
an
nation,
airplane mechanic.
and lease
he's,
office
what,
space
81
in Fort
years old
Wayne,
now?
like
Refuses
inside
to
the
retire,
Lincoln
but
Tower.
has never
Hi,
taken
I'm
me up
John
in a
Tippman,
plane.
president of Tippman Group, and our family has been part of the Bishop
Not
Dwenger
anymore.
family
He had
for
to
many
lose his
years.
pilot
We
license
are a
once he
proud
turned 80
supporter
because
of
bad
Dwenger
eyesight.
Athletics. Go Saints.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this summer, I'm actually going on a trip to Guatemala.
Oh, really?
Yes, mission trip with my youth group. We're going to try to help some of the people down there.
Many
But that's the
traditions
first time I'm
have
going to be on an
developed over the
airplane,
years
so
in our Howard Halls
that should be fun.
that embody the spirit of our humble beginnings. And that makes each and every
Yeah,
one of
I
us
can
part
imagine
of the Dwenger family. This family of dedicated alumni, parents, faculty, staff, and friends have been preparing our young saints for the future, building upon their Catholic faith, expanding their minds, and enriching their hearts. Bishop Dwenger students are educated based on the foundation of 4 pillars: an academic life, a spiritual life, an active life, and a life of service. Focusing on these pillars helps us develop the whole person. We often speak of the Dwenger family, an indescribable sense of community, a focus on tradition, and love for our faith create a special and powerful bond for all of our saints. The commitment to Catholic education throughout the generations is also evident in the time, talent, and treasure the community shares with our school. We are so blessed by the generosity of the Dwenger family, who are loyal to our school in its effort to cultivate citizens of 2 worlds. When our students graduate with a priceless Bishop Dwenger diploma, they also have a deeper appreciation of the Catholic faith, a strong sense of their civic responsibilities, an achievement of academic success, and an unparalleled ability to balance their studies with extracurricular activities. This is what it means to be a saint.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA. You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Communities is a senior living community including a rehabilitation center, memory and dementia care, assisted and residential living, as well as a nursing facility that served the community for over 54 years. While offering a Christ-centered environment that is the only place in Fort Wayne that offers daily mass and sacraments. For more information on employment, senior living, or to make a gift to support the first floor renovation campaign, please visit us at our website or give us a call.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second half of the second game of the night between Homestead Spartans and your Bishop Dwenger Saints here at the campus of Bishop Dwenger High School. And we're back. We got Seth back with us for the second half. And I saw you working the cameras and things first half. So give me your impressions of the first half of this ball game.
Well, I was watching for the first half. I gotta say, it's been an interesting game so far. Spartans 35-15. Some very good plays by Rocco Sioka and what's his face? Preston Ross. Preston Ross did very, very well. But I'm expecting a lot from this second half.
Sioka comes off the bench. He did it quite a bit last year. Full of athleticism, and it's fun to watch him play. I think if he would dedicate himself to basketball, and I know he's a very good football player, if he dedicated himself to basketball, he would just be absolutely dynamic on the basketball floor. But it takes just a lot of time and court time and basketball IQ to get to that point. So I'm sure Coach is happy to have him, Coach Kostoff, and they got a pretty physical crew this year, and I'm really surprised they're down by 20 because they really bashed the board and they did a nice job physically in the first half, but just didn't get the ball in the bucket because Homestead defense is pretty stout.
Well, as we saw with the girls' game, Homestead's full of surprises, so I'm not going to be surprised if they have a few more tricks up their sleeve.
Campbell with a basketball to start the second half. Throws it over in the right corner to Shivo. Shivo back to the top and the key to Ross. He gets it to Campbell left wing. Campbell takes a pick from Jack away. Defense switches off so well, so they're going to reset the offense. Tries it again. Ross comes out to set a pick. Didn't get anybody moved around, so they throw it over the top to Jackaway. Jackaway gets inside, dusts off the corner to Shively. Shively for a three. No good. Grady Swing with a rebound. And Kyle Pookie with the basketball. Brings over the timeline. They try a little backdoor cut. No good. The Saints take the basketball away. They've got numbers? No, they actually don't. It's 4-on-3. Going to do a spin move to get inside, and they just get swatted away. Piper tried to get inside. Ball's loose. Ends up in the hands of the Saints. Campbell dumps it off in a corner. Defense gets right in his grill. Can't put it up. Piper again with the basketball. Tries to get inside, leans in, and they're going to call a foul on Homestead. Kale Cookie guilty of that personal foul. 2 shots coming to the Saints. C.J. Piper, the 6'2" senior, getting a little physical in there, leaned into him and got the call. Wasn't much of a shot. He kind of like flipped it. And, they gave him credit for trying to make an attempt to get the ball up to the iron. First free throw is missed. Dang it.
C.J. Piper, do you think he's related to Maggie Piper Trigg from the girls' game?
According to the young lady you just relieved, that's brother and sister. So I said, I guess we can't call her Trigg anymore. Oh, well. But we know who it is now. So
yeah.
That's the good part.
And both of them share very good basketball skills, so.
Homestead broke the press, throwing the ball around the shell. As the Saints tightened up their man-to-man a little bit. Oh, and a push, yep. Piper just a little bit too excited. Got right into the feet of Fletcher Lawyer, and Lawyer fell, leaned over, and he and the ball hit the floor on the back side of the timeline, but they called the foul on Piper for just a little bit too much of a push. So Homestead triggers the basketball in. That's Piper's 3rd foul of the ball game. We'll keep an eye on that for you. 6:35 on the clock, 35-16. Homestead up by a bunch. They try to get it down low on low blocks. They do. Shot blocked by Ross. Campbell comes out of the pack with it. He stops, gets it inside. Ross is cutting through the lane. Gonna stop, drop step, got blocked, got it back, put it back up, bounces around 3 times, no good. Rebound Homestead. Here they come the other way. Kyle Pickey with a basketball. Hand it to Leaper. Oh, just goes in and flushes it down. First dunk of the game. Technical foul is going to be called. I believe hanging on the rim just a little bit. Let's see what the sign is. Yep. Showing off a little bit too much, Seth.
I know. I can barely hear you over the cheering of the Homestead crowd. They're really, really going at it.
Well, they were happy, and then they're a little bit not so happy, all at the same time. But he started about 1 step and a short step on the inside of the free throw line, went up and flushed it down, but hung on the rim just long enough to get the receivers to go, you know what? No, that ain't happening. So the tee was called by referee John Hand Jr. And that gets you a little bit of a timeout. So Coach Kostoff assembled the troops. Had a little powwow with him. We'll see who he sends to the free throw line. And it looks like it might be Owen Shively. So 6:01 on the clock. Technical foul on the Homestead Spartans. 37-16 your score. Shively out there all by himself. Nobody to annoy him at the rebounding line, and he misses the first free throw. You get 2 for this playing situation. And then the Saints will retain the basketball.
Shively takes another chance. Dribbling the ball. Shively takes a shot, and it goes through. Swoosh.
37-17 your score. And somebody from the Saints need to slide over and take the basketball out. Campbell finally looks around and says, oh, okay, I'll go get it. A little bit of pressure. Quinlan can't get it, so he flipped it over to Ross and back to Campbell. Campbell goes in between the circles, gets it to the left toe, gives it back to Shively. Shively backs up, jacks up a 3, hits the front of the iron, no good. Rebound fought for. Ross has got it, trapped. And he threw it off of a leg of the Spartans, so they're going to retain possession again. But they have to make quite a few plays like that in order to catch Homestead, so they got a chance to win this ball game. But so far, so good. Easy pass in. They get it outside to Campbell. Campbell to Shively. Shively down inside to Ross. Ross spins to his left, puts it up, shot blocked partially. Fought for in Lawyer. Yep, Lawyer for Homestead. Come out of the pack with it. Quinlan's going to badger him all the way down the floor. Lawyer got a step on him, got inside, threw it out of bounds, or threw it out.
Takes the shot.
Yeah, they called him for traveling. Got inside, got a little bit out of control. 37-17, still your score. And Campbell brings it over the timeline, just left of the center circle. Floats to the right side, nobody to release it to. Still got the basketball. Alan Quinlan comes out, sets a pick. He drives to the left side of the lane. Gets all the way to the baseline, no place to go. Finally kicks it out to the corner. Shively, 3 from the right wing. No good. Rebound goes somewhat long. Lands in the hands of Kyle Pecky. Pecky to the Leper. Leper throws it up. Missed everything. Oh, the Sanctuary will get on for that one.
And the crowds are shouting at each other's side. Bishop Dwenger shouting at Homestead. Homestead shouting at Bishop Dwenger.
And that's part of the fun of high school basketball, Seth.
Isn't it?
Oh, that's part 3 tonight. Come to these games all the time. The youthful enthusiasm. Campbell with the basketball, left wing. Picks up his dribble, finds somebody. It's Shively. He's just to the right side of the top of the key. Fakes a handoff. Spins, moves, tries to get inside, makes a little bit of room, puts it up, got a decent shot off, just a little bit short. Lawyer, the Purdue commit, again out of control. This time, he's called for the charge as he ran over Jackaway. Jackaway beat him to the spot, got to his foot, both feet planted, and 2 big bodies hit the floor with him. We're at the top row of the gym, and we could feel it all the way
I can feel the vibrations from up here.
My back hurts just watching. But good defensive play by Jackaway.
Campbell with the ball, taking it across the court.
The Saints have got to start scoring some points here. They've actually slowed down the offense of Homestead. They got to start filling that bucket up. They give it to Shively. Shively back to Campbell. He's in the center circle. Quinlan high right side. Called for the ball, and they say, no, not yet. And to Jackaway. Jackaway to Quinlan, and there's a reach in.
These players are just falling like flies.
Let's see who they called that one on. It's going to go against Bishop Dwenger. Somebody must have set a moving pick. I think it was Jackaway in his second of the ball game. Only the second foul against the Saints this half. 3:57, 37-17. Your score. Oh, Quinlan gets picked off. Defense switches nicely that time. Lawyer gets the top of the key. Again, knocks Jackaway flat, and this time they're going to call it on Jackaway.
That was amazing. Not only did he fall, but it almost looked like he slid a couple feet.
Well, he did. He did. And he kind of tried to buy that one. Now, that time Lawyer did beat him to the spot, so that is a good call. But Jackaway's given up a lot of his body for the last 2 trips down the floor. Rocco Siokas checks in. Give Jackaway's bones a break there. He's going to be bruised up after this ball game.
We're just going to go down to the court. We're just going to see streak marks across the entire thing.
Campbell with a steal.
Saves
it. In the trailer, Ross puts it up and in. Nice play by the Saints. Good hustle play. 37-19. 3 on the way from the top of the key. Hits the back of the iron, no good. Sioka with a rebound and gets it over to Campbell. Campbell floats to the top of the key, tries to find somebody, and tried to throw to the top. Lawyer just too tall. Went up and got it, easy lay in. A little bit of momentum by the Saints. Just destroyed by a stolen pass and an easy bucket. Saints with the basketball again. Campbell goes to the right side. Picks up his dribble, looks for somebody. He's got Sioka. Sioka fires one into Ross. Ross inside the lane, 7-footer. Bounces around and in. Looks pretty comfortable with that shot, Seth. What do you think?
Well, Preston, you know, he's not that much taller than the actual hoop.
Comes from some good basketball stock, though, so he's a good ball player for the Saints. Lawyer faked the first defender out, puts it up and in. A little bit of John jacket going on there. Lawyer's talking, and I don't know why. They're only up by 21. 42-21 the score. Spartans with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball's over to the right side, Campbell. Goes to his left, had an open look, decided not to take it. Hit to Shively. Shively from 22 feet. No good. Ball tipped around. Ross almost got the rebound and up in the hands of Kyle Pecky. Kyle Pecky getting badgered big time by Campbell. He ends up giving it to Leaper. Leaper hands it to Lawyer. Lawyer back to Leaper. Swings around the swing. He get it in the corner. Thinking about a 3, nope, changes his mind. That was Lawyer in the corner. Soke on the defense. Drive, shot up by Leaper, and in. And Seth, I don't know if you've noticed, but the verbal chipping is starting pretty good here.
It is.
Leaper just said something to Sioka, and Sioka just responded. All verbal. Nobody's in hot water yet, but it's something to keep an eye on. 44-21 your score. And Shively, mad at himself, beating on the chair when he comes down and sits down.
Looks like the coach is having a word with Preston Ross, and it looks like Preston Ross is now on the bench.
Well, he's having you've got to get fresh legs in here against this Homestead team. If you don't, you're just absolutely going to get run out of the gym.
I knew if I was running across the court all afternoon, I'd get tired.
Sometimes I get tired just watching them.
I get tired walking from the TV to the bathroom.
And Grant Leaper completes the three-point play. C.J. Piper checks back in. Quinlan comes about for the Saints. Buck 42 on the clock, 45-21. Homestead having its way so far tonight here at Bishop Dwenger High School. Campbell drives around, spins, gets in the baseline, runs out of room, dumps it out, ball taken away from Jackaway.
Ooh, and he dove for that ball.
Homestead player dove and ends up out of bounds. But he skidded a good 10, 11 feet, I would say, Seth, wouldn't you? Might have to give him, let's Max Schlitz get out the tape measure, see if it was the longest slide of the night. He really hustled after that basketball.
Sioka just seems confused. He thought the teammate would catch the ball, but no, it just slid across the floor, and that Homestead player dived for it like it was a...
Yeah, well, we're going to stay live here. There's a 30-second timeout at 1:25 on the clock. 45-21 your score, and the Homestead Spartans across the board go 6'4". The guys on the floor right now, 6'4", 6'2", 6'4", 6'6", and 6'7". That's plenty of height and a lot of athleticism to go that height. The Lawyer kid is signed to go to Purdue next year.
Oh.
So he'll join Caleb First, the Blackhawk Christian young man who actually started last night for Purdue against Rutgers. He's a freshman out of the Fort Wayne area, so as much as we hate watching the Saints in their gym struggle a little bit, we wish him nothing but the best when he gets down to Purdue next season. In the meantime, we got $1.23 on the clock, 45-21 your score. The Spartans up by a bunch. Joe Kelly checked into the lineup, hands it off to Campbell. Campbell looks around, quick little handoff to Piper. Piper kicks it over to O'Keefe. O'Keefe loads it up, looks good from here. Right angle, just didn't have enough umph on it. And Sioka rebounds it amongst three big, tall Homestead defenders. Kicks it back out, will reset the offense. Campbell with 55 seconds to go. Sioka out top to set a pick some direction or another. Doesn't work, so they break it off. Campbell, 23-footer, bang, count it. A little bit of pressure by the Saints. I don't think it was designed. I think it was just an aggravated pressure move. Ball gets down to the baseline. Long bounce pass. Gets back out to the top of the key. 30 seconds to go. Give it over to Lawyer. Lawyer guarded by Piper. Piper chases him around. He ends up giving it up. Going to try and get to the right side of the floor. They do, but he's been moving. A good defense by Campbell. Nobody cut through. Well, there was, but he wasn't paying any attention at all. Schlitz with the basketball. Hands it off to Lawyer. Lawyer double team for a split second there. He's still got it and floats it over the left side. Drive inside, float up, put up and in. No good, an up and under move. Basketball rebounded by Jackaway in the buzzer sound.
And we are out of time in our third quarter.
After three, it's 45-24. We'll take a 1-minute break. You're listening to and watching Bishop Dwenger basketball.
You see them everywhere. That preferred auto bumper sticker. All makes and models. You ever wonder why? It's simple. We've worked hard over the last 30-plus years to earn your trust.
And with all the unknowns right now in the auto industry, we're still confident in one thing. With over $6 million in inventory, I'm sure we have the perfect vehicle for you.
So stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see what sets us apart from the rest.
Preferred Auto.
Hi, sports fans. Sean McBride here, inviting you to try the barbershop experience. St. Joe Center Barbershop, located at the corner of St. Joe Center and Maple Crest, prides itself on professionalism, cleanliness, and a family-friendly atmosphere. In their third generation of family ownership, they have a combined experience of over 125 years. Give them a call at 485-6981. It's my barbershop of choice. That's St. Joe Center Barbershop at 485-6981.
Ladies and gentlemen, the campus of Bishop Dwenger High School. Homestead Spartans having their way with the Saints so far tonight, 45-24. Lawyer and Company showing why they are ranked number 4 in the state. They're going to have the basketball. Slits triggers it in. This young man has a very unique last name. Izaduko. Izakudo, and he actually double dribbled the basketball, so it's going to be a turnover to Bishop Dwenger. Campbell going to trigger the basketball in, finds O'Keefe, hands it back to Campbell. And we'll see what kind of a run the Saints can make here in quarter number 4. Hands it to O'Keefe, high right side. Looking for Sioka, partially deflected. Sioka goes and rescues the basketball, hands it back to O'Keefe. O'Keefe looking to take a pick, he does. Gets it down inside, nice pass over to Jackaway. Jackaway puts it up and in. 45-26. Lawyer a little bit trapped, has to throw it way over the top of Slits. Slits drives, puts it up. No good. Rebound Jackaway. Jackaway to O'Keefe. O'Keefe down the right side of the floor. Defense slows him down a little bit. Took a look and said, let's reset the offense. Hands it to Campbell. Campbell almost back to the timeline. Ball got slapped from behind by. I'm going to let you do it.
Ezekido.
Yes, very good. I think.
Ezekido.
Something like that. If you do it with an accent, probably even cooler. O'Keefe with a rock. Floats to the right side. Gets it to Piper in between the circles.
Campbell with the ball.
The high left wing. Jackaway in a pushing match down below. They decide not to go in there. Get it to O'Keefe, who dumps it over in a corner. Piper drives, banged in the Lawyer, used the right hand, a little bit of a jump hook. No good. Rebound goes long. Campbell gets it. Another 20. This one a 23-footer. A little bit short. Ball's tipped. False tip. Jackaway comes down with it, puts it up and in. So the Saints, although they're down a bunch, there's no quit in the Saints. They are fighting right through this. Just like
and
Piper
they throw the ball at one of the cheerleaders' legs. Wow.
Well, Piper got his hand on the basketball in the inbounds play. He ended up on the ground. The ball went firing into the cheerleaders' world. And Piper got called for the foul.
Cheerleader doesn't even look hurt. She just looks like she's laughing.
Yeah, she's tough. You got to be. Those things are going to come flying at you when you're that close on the court. That is the 4th foul on Piper. The Lawyer goes coast to coast, puts one up just inside the arc and down to the key. He missed it. Piper with a basketball, and here you go. It's your man.
Easy kudo.
Fouled. Piper on the way by. Things are getting rather interesting here. Bodie Dickerson comes in for the first time tonight for the Saints, along with Jackaway back in the lineup. O'Keefe dribbles around, gets the defense drawn toward him. He stops, puts up a teardrop. No good. Rebound goes long. Campbell gets his hands on it. Looks for somebody inside. Nice interior pass. Got that thing. Joe Kelly, and Kelly puts it up and in. 45-30, down 15. They've cut the lead by 7 recently. The Saints have done a good job defensively here in the second half to keep Homestead at bay. And your man got all the way inside. Leaper puts it up and in, and he's fouled on the way in. Hopefully that's not on Piper. We'll see if that's his.
I think that's the first time in this half that Bodie Dickerson is on the court.
It is. You're exactly right. Good observation.
He sits right in front of me in math class.
Jackaway guilty of that foul. It's his 4th, so a little bit of foul trouble sneaking up on the Bishop Dwenger Saints, along with a 17-point spread that they don't want to deal with, I'm sure. So Grant Leaper throws it up, completes a 3-point play, makes it 48-30. O'Keefe bringing the basketball up in no particular hurry. There, even got the 10 count going. He gets over the timeline, floats to his left side. Takes a look to see what's available. Not much. Dixon with the 3. Count it.
Bodie takes a shot and it goes in the nets.
Call the bank. 48-33. Back to a 15-point lead. Campbell, Badger in the basketball, doing a good job of pushing the ball out further and further, trying to double team the Rock when they get a chance to. They get it down inside, and it's stolen away. That Jackaway stepped into the passing lane and took it away. 48-33 with 4:58. Oh, one count. Bang. Campbell throws up about a 25-footer. And that's going to be a timeout. No? A lot of coaches jumping up, yelling and screaming here. I think it's a timeout call. Let's see what's happening. A foul was called on Bishop Dwenger.
Number 14, Bodie Dickerson.
Dickerson guilty of the foul, his first.
And I just saw Coach Didier talking to him, so.
I missed the foul, so it's all yours, Seth, but did you see what he did?
Not really, but Mr. Didier didn't seem that angry with him.
Well, and you got to play tough. You can't play soft, especially in the SAC.
And Coach Didier is tough. He used to be my Spanish teacher. I know how tough he can be.
Second free throw is also good, so Lawyer makes them both, makes it 50-36, as the Saints got it down to 14. And a really lazy pass by Campbell, taken by Lawyer. He's going to put it up and in. Looking for somebody in the middle, and there was absolutely nobody looking at him at the play, so Homestead got an easy steal and an easy bucket. Campbell zooms down the floor out of aggravation. Takes a pick from Brayton Thomas, who's in the lineup. Throws over the top to Jackaway. He saves it, gets it to O'Keefe. O'Keefe tries to get it down inside to Dickerson. Dickerson, he's a little skinny for fighting with all them big ones. He tries to bounce past to Campbell, and Campbell's not home. Piper, who's got 4 fouls, coming back in the lineup with 4:11 to go. He is coming in for Bodie Dickerson. 52-36 your score. Full court press employed by the Bishop Dwenger Saints, at least once the inbound pass is in. O'Keefe going to badger the basketball as it comes over the timeline. K.O. Pecky lost it, went back and picked it up and grabbed it. Threw it to swing. He's at the free throw line, looked around for somebody and said, ain't nobody here. I think we're going to throw it up, and he does. Puts it in. 54-36 your score. And there's a timeout on the floor, and we will take a break. You're listening to Bishop Dwenger basketball. We're going to take a 1-minute break.
Can First Source help me get more space?
We can help with that.
Does First Source have banking that can keep up with me?
This is open around the clock.
Business is booming. Can you help me expand?
No problem.
Can First Source help me turn this into my own business?
We're here for you. No matter what kind of banking you need, First Source Bank can help.
Evans Toyota is locally owned and proudly supports Bishop Dwenger. Let's go Saints!
Last night, and so I still have this crick in my neck.
We're back online. 3:55 on the clock, 54-36. The Spartans have negated a nice little run by the Saints. The Saints had it down to 15 at one time and had it, I think, down to 13 and a chance to go down to 10. And the Spartans converted 2 quick buckets, got the spread back up to where it is now, and Campbell with the basketball. Throws at the top of the key, they dump it down low. Throw it to O'Keefe in the corner, throws up a 3, no good rebound. Body's on the floor. Whistle stops play. They're going to say the ball stays down at this end. A lot of hard work. Brayden Thomas, a 6'3" junior, or sophomore, in there doing battle with the trees. And the Saints retain possession underneath their basket. Campbell with the rock. And triggered in. And they floated back to Joe Kelly. Joe tries to get it down inside. Foul quickly. His swing reached in on Piper. Piper had position on him, had him on his hip. It was going to result in an easy bucket if he didn't foul him. 15 foul, first on swing.
A lot of things happened during that timeout. Looks like Bodie Dickerson is now back on the bench, and it looks like he's been replaced by number 12 or 35.
Oh, backdoor cut that was well defended, tipped out of bounds by Swing. Still, another play, inbound play at the baseline for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. 3:34 on the clock, down by 18. Looking, they find Piper. Piper's gonna jack up a three, bang, count it.
Swish and flick.
A little bit of full court pressure on the basketball. Lawyer over to Swing. Swing still hasn't got it over the timeline. Campbell shadows him all the way over there. He's picked up the ball. He got no place to go with it. Hit to the Lawyer. Lawyer gets slapped around by Piper. Piper's going to pick up his fifth foul. He keeps that up. Those two guys are pushing and banging on each other pretty hard. Back to the basketball. Andrew Leeper with it. Gets around the first defender. Stops. Goes to the top of the Keith Swing. And Keith popped him a good one. That was inadvertent. He was reaching for the basketball, but he got a chunk of Swing's head, I think.
Number 4, Henry O'Keefe, his second teammate.
A little bit of trash talking going on. Not bad, but with only 3:01 to go, I don't expect it to erupt into anything.
I think that's Henry O'Keefe's second foul so far this game.
You're exactly right. And the first free throw on the 1-on-1 is good. 8th team foul on the Bishop Dwenger Saints here this half. 55-39 with 3:01 to go. The outcome is pretty much decided. The final score is what we need to stick around and watch. Second one is also good. And Joe Kelly triggers it out of bounds, hands it to Campbell. Campbell over the timeline. Picked up by Swing on the defensive side. Almost caught somebody at the top of the key, gives it back to Kelly. Kelly finds Piper. Piper looking for help. He gets it in the form of,
goes over the rim, Dickerson. Over to Homestead.
Or Brayton Thomas. Thomas missed it. And they're going to call a block. And Campbell, as he was shadowing Kyle Pecky all the way down the floor, Kyle Pecky finally run him over. And again, the referees.
And the referee
out, and they just launched Sam Campbell. He is out of the ball game. Must have said some of those magic words that will not keep you in the game.
And it sounds like the Bishop Dwenger fans are not happy.
Well, or the other way around. The Homestead fans are thrilled.
And the Homestead fans are waving goodbye.
Well, and he did get thrown out of the ball game. Coach Kostoff was looking for an explanation. One of the referees will come over and tell him here what happened momentarily. In the meantime, to check in, Cameron Quinlan's going to check into the ball game, and Campbell's going to have a seat for the next 2:37 of the ball game. Now,
you can probably hear it on the mic, but the Bishop Dwenger fans are right now chanting Campbell. Looks like the referee and Kostoff are having a couple of words.
Well, they weren't going to hit him. We were talking earlier that it was getting chippy verbally. I didn't think it would get to quite to that level. First time I've seen a young man tossed out of a high school game in a long time, but they're not going to take any guff from anybody. And that's some of the toughness the Saints are going to have to display through the whole course of this season, because the SAC is nothing but tough all the way through.
And if a teenager were to get kicked out of the game, I thought it would be for roughhousing. Kicking out for swearing? I haven't heard of that.
Oh, yes. That'll get you out quicker than roughhousing.
I assure you, if I had to run across the court a couple times, I'd be saying a couple of magic words myself.
Yeah. It can get frustrating when you're down a bunch and you're working super hard. Oh, a double technical.
Well, we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock.
Lawyer steps up the free throw line, rattles one home. It's 59-39. And he drains the second one. So back to a 21-point spread. And he just gave him two. There's a third by Lawyer. I don't know what the third one's all about. 3 technicals. And that's pretty much the way it's playing out here.
And swish for every single one.
Yeah, and now they're letting them trigger the basketball in from the far side of the floor. And that was an interesting setup. 62-39 your score, and the Homestead will have the basketball. Joe Kelly down Stellan Rustin checks in the lineup, along with Quinlan, Dickerson, Thomas, and O'Keefe on the floor for the Saints. And Homestead going to run some time off the clock here. Lawyer's still in the game. He goes driving in, lost it, drew it out of bounds, blocked partially. We'll give credit to Brayton Thomas on the block. The sophomore is not shy about getting in and mixing it in with the big boys, is he?
Nope.
They float one into Lawyer. Lawyer head fake. Tries to get somebody to move. Didn't work. So stop. Pop the 20-footer.
Lawyer takes the shot.
Shot it right over Bodie Dickerson. 2:11 on the clock. 64-39. And we got the basketball around. It's time for Key Rustin. Flips it over to the right side to Dickerson. Dickerson hands it off to O'Keefe. O'Keefe throws up a three. Count it.
Henry O'Keefe for three.
I remember back in my days of live streaming football games, Henry O'Keefe was a beast on the field, and I can see right here he's a beast on the court as well.
Good, hard-working, hustling basketball player, no doubt. Lawyer jacks one up from downtown. It comes up short. Rebound goes long to Rustin. Rustin hands it to O'Keefe. O'Keefe drives to the right side. Pocket pass inside to Rustin. Count it. Excuse me, that's Brayton Thomas on the bucket. And Caleb Lehrman going to check into the lineup. Timeout on the floor with 1:27 to go. And we'll see what the referees say. How much time have we got to burn up here, gentlemen? None. That was one of them quick timeouts just to get people in and out of the ball game. There's no strategy involved here with a 30 or 20-point lead. Coach Kostoff just wanted to get a couple more bodies in. That's pretty common in games of this nature. So 1:25 to go. Your man,
Easy Kudo.
Easy Kudo with the basketball. Ends up giving it over to Nick Gallagher. Gallagher changes hands, looks for somebody. Nobody's really free. Then he gets somebody out of the semicircle. Easy Kudo tries to drive. Goes outside. Drive inside. Kick it outside. Back to the top of the key. Defender runs right by him. Three on the way and no good. Rebound fought for. Hits the floor. Grabbed out of there by Lehrman. He gets in the stat sheet. Gives it to O'Keefe. We're inside a minute. 51 seconds to go, and O'Keefe looking at the defense saying which way we're going to go. We're going to go to the right, and we're going to hand this thing off to Quinlan. See if Quinlan can drive and do a little something with it. He does get inside. He's fouled on the play. Elijah Marshish guilty of the personal foul. As this game has long been decided, and both coaching staffs are getting some kids some floor time. Quinlan short on the first free throw. Hits the front of the iron and dies.
Quinlan's going to take another shot at this.
Second free throw rattles around, no good. Rebound fought for it, taken out by the Saints. Gets it to O'Keefe, three on the way, and bang, count it.
Henry O'Keefe throws it in, and the ball falls into the stands.
Yeah, it was deflected by one of the Saints defenders. I think the hands of Bodie Dickerson might have been guilty of that one. They're going to leave it in Homestead's possession. Coach Kostoff is talking to the referee just a wee bit. And they fire it in. A little bit of token full court pressure with 29 seconds to go. They can get a steal and a cheap bucket. I'm sure the Saints will take it. They dump it off into the corner. Back out in between the circles, swing it to the left side. I don't think they have permission to shoot, to be honest with you, unless it's just a bunny. They've had a couple of easy looks, and they're just playing a little pitch and catch with the basketball. 10 seconds to go, and this game is going to end up at 64-47 unless somebody does something that Coach Johnson probably wouldn't like. So 2-1, we're going to be done.
1. And that is it, folks.
That's your game, 64-47.
Spartans for the win.
Saints take it on the chin twice tonight here on their own home floor. And we have seen Seth Why. The Homestead Spartans are the Homestead Spartans this year. Both teams are very, very good. And they have taken it to the Bishop Dwenger Saints tonight. So I want to thank everybody for watching and listening in. And we'll be back at you. When's your next game, boss? You know? We don't know. Just pay attention. We'll get you on the line. Thanks a lot. God bless everybody. Good night.